Zach and Harris episode. Zach and Harris episode.
We are back, baby.
We're back.
We're
We're
back.
back, baby. We're back.
The
Dude,
fans have
what is this,
asked.
orange?
Yeah, I'm wearing an orange
Never
shirt.
seen you in orange. I don't
Well,
associate you with that color.
It's we're getting into spooky season. It's almost Halloween again.
Dude,
Right?
because I had to go get my blood work taken. And there was this like woman outside from the hospital, like trying to get people to take vaccinations. And she was like, hey, Halloween's coming. You don't want to be sick for Halloween or whatever. And I was just like, this is terrible marketing. Like, this does not make me want to get
I know.
vaccinated
And also,
remotely.
like, are you insinuating that right now, today is September 11th, moment of silence, and sorry.
Moment of silence. Okay.
And then so does that mean I'm gonna get sick for a full month and a half? That's a
Dude,
long time.
I like this woman though, because she laughed at my shitty joke because she was like, come on, get vaccinated. And I was like, I'm trying to cut back. And she thought it was like the most knee slapping humor ever. And I was just like, I stole that from my dad, bro. Dude,
Oh, really?
all of my dad's jokes do banger
Bang.
mode on women, bro. The best one if you're ever on a date. You have a girlfriend. You can still use this on your girlfriend, but when the waiter comes and says, do you want more water? I'm trying to cut back. And they're like, oh, dude.
That's
Oh,
good.
bro. Dude,
That
it's
is-
banger mode.
That is a classic dad out to dinner joke.
Oh, yeah. Dude, my
that's
dad
classic,
is insane, bro. I feel like my mind is rapidly deteriorating and I'm becoming my father, bro. I remember he told me, no, my mom always tells me this story, but they were on an airplane and there were like some women behind them, like talking to him. And he was like, because he's bald. So he was like, a teddy bear ate my hair. A teddy bear ate my hair. Or something. And like, dude, whoever tells the story, it changes. Like when my dad tells it, the women loved it. And my mom tells it, she's like, yeah, they thought he was retarded. So they were just trying to like make him feel nice or whatever, bro.
Oh my
Absolutely
God.
brutal.
Dude, that reminds me, this literally just happened yesterday. I was at the grocery store with my girlfriend and we were like, sometimes there's a stranger or like a couple strangers that have zero spatial awareness and
Yes,
you're like
yes.
they're like standing in front of something that you need and they're just not even doing anything and you're like, you're really gonna make me ask you to move? Like, can you just not stand here basically?
Yes,
Anyway,
yeah.
so they were standing in front of we were because it's I thought that they would have them at the grocery store, but they didn't have them. You know those fucking little Pillsbury like Halloween cookies that come out every year that have like pumpkins on them or some shit? You know
Oh,
what I'm
yeah,
talking
yeah,
about?
yeah.
Like the pull apart ones,
Yes,
and then you
yeah.
just put them in. Anyway, we were going to look in that section, and there was this couple. Well, I thought they were a couple that was standing right there, and they were kind of like PDA, like canoodling. Like she was like, "Oh, you have something in your eye," and was like cleaning something. Like I don't know, and I was just like, "Oh, can you guys get the fuck out of it?" And anyway, I kind of just was like, "Oh, excuse me," and like reached around. They didn't have the cookies that we wanted, so I got some other shit anyway. And when like later, now my girl and I are back in the car, and I was like lamenting to her, like, I don't like that couple was so fucking annoying. Like, why were they? And she was like, I think that guy was like retarded, and that was like his like caretaker. And I was
no,
like,
dude.
and I was like, I don't think so because we were literally going back and forth about it because I was like, no, because but he was just to like visually, she was a little bit taller than him, and he was kind of this just like schlubby. He was like chubby, unshaved.
Bro, you sure you didn't
Wearing
just
some
see me and
shit.
Daphne at the grocery store?
It's like, but I was just like, he didn't look very good. But the way that they were interacting, I just thought that they were like a couple and he was just like a schlubby dude. But I was dying laughing because I was like, God, I really fucking hope that I don't go out with my girl and people see us and they're just like, oh, that's so sweet. She's with her like retarded brother.
Dude,
or
I
something.
guarantee you Daphne and I give that vibe off. I guarantee you, dude, because she always dresses to the nines when we go out to the store, and I'm literally wear these like sweat shorts that have holes in them. You can like see my asshole from a
Class.
certain angle, dude. I
Classic.
guarantee you, people think she's like my handler or whatever, dude.
Oh God, that's the
That's
look
such like a
though.
powerful couple dynamic, though. Like the hot girlfriend and then the fat retard who like cannot take care of himself.
I
Like
know, I know.
that's just like a reoccurring thing, dude. I remember. I think I mentioned this last episode, but there's like a at the restaurant I work. There's this grubby ass dude who smelled like shit always, as
God,
cooks generally do. He
sure.
was dating the hottest fucking chick at the school, bro, and I was always just like, how does this
How does this
happen? And then
happen?
like looking
Yeah.
at myself now, it's like I don't shower for like 2 days. I look like shit, and like I'm like, all right, it makes sense. I totally understand, dude.
No, I know.
Whatever.
I get the same way. It's funny, like you really do get, and I think this is what also why women don't like men sometimes is because like men just get a fucking pass that or it's not a pass. It's just like the like girls when they go out, generally speaking, they want to like even if they're dressed in sweatpants or something, they want to kind of feel like cute, right? They're gonna like put
Yeah,
something together. But like when I go out, like it is like there's no telling what I'm gonna throw together. If I
yeah.
especially if I just got to go to the store or something, I'll be wearing like my fucking just like I might not wear shoes. Like I'm just like fucking,
You
you
just
know
have
what I mean?
sandwich bags tied around your feet. Like I
Literally.
was in a rush. Dude, I have worn sweat shorts and a t-shirt for the past consecutive maybe 2 or 3 years, bro. As soon as I got out of Elon, it was like that's how I dressed. Dude,
I
I
know.
went to this I made like a connection with this dude who's like really fresh. He does like audition tapes for a bunch of people. I think he works with Finn Wolfhard. Oh,
Oh,
little name drop right there.
pretty
But
cool.
I remember when I hung out with him because he invited me to his studio. But I showed up and I was like, should I wear a suit? And then I was like, no, I'll just how I normally dress. You know, I'm not trying to
Hmm.
put on airs for this guy. So I show up and I don't even think I look terrible. And he's just like, dude. As soon as I roll in, he's like, I don't even know this guy yet. And he's like, dude, I can tell I like you because you literally, this is so funny how you dress, bro. Like, this is such a
Oh
good bit. Like,
no.
you look like a PE teacher. And I was just like, oh,
Oh
dude. Yeah, he thought
no.
I was like, hey, I'm a zany guy dressing silly, but it was just like, this is all I own. This is what I will
Well,
be wearing.
to be fair, I feel like it is worse to be overdressed for an occasion. Like if you show up somewhere and you look like you tried and nobody else does, I feel like that's more embarrassing.
Oh, yeah, because then you're that guy. The
Then
whole
you're the
event that
guy.
you're at, everyone is like, hey, who's fancy pants? You know what
I
I mean?
know,
It's
yeah.
like, you've
Yeah.
just pegged yourself as fucking Mr. Dresses Well, which
It's
is
not
not
good.
good.
I
Never
just
good.
I'm trying to live a little lighter, so I actually just like the other day threw out a ton of clothes. Like I literally my shit, I just had like stacks of t-shirts, like more t-shirts than one. If I wore a different t-shirt every day for the rest of my life, I probably would still never run out. So I was like, I need to get rid of some of this crap. Like I don't even wear half of this
Dude, it's
shit.
funny. I feel like our periods have synced up because, like, the past 3 days, you've told me you've done something, and I've literally done
The
the
same
exact
thing.
same thing. Yeah,
We're
there's a
definitely
huge, I don't know if you can
there you
see the
go.
pile, but there's a
You got
pile right.
that's
There's a pile right there of stuff that I'm trying to get rid of because, dude, yeah, I have t-shirts from like elementary school. It's funny. I grew to my size very rapidly. Like
hmm
in fourth grade, I looked how I look now, and I was like, oh, dude, this means I'm gonna be like 20 feet tall. And it was just like post third grade, my brain and body stopped
just
developing.
stop.
Just
Yeah.
completely. I was like an adult male in third grade, and I've just been the same guy ever since,
Classic.
dude. I remember the kids I would
Like,
like make fun of, like Mitchell, one of my best buddies, was like always he came up to like my belly button, and now he's like a 6'4" like man, and it's
yeah.
just like, oh, dude, this
Jesus
sucks
Christ.
ass, bro.
Yeah. I mean, it's weird. I actually felt like when I was in school, I didn't feel like that short, like a short guy. I kind of felt like I was pretty much the same height as like my friends. I had some friends that were taller than me, but like it was like I don't know why. It was like when I moved to New York, all of a sudden I felt like I would walk around the street and be like, Jesus Christ, I'm fucking short. Like the average person is taller out there for some reason. Maybe
Oh
everybody's
yeah.
just wearing fucking boots and shit, but like all of a sudden I realized like, oh fuck, I'm like a short king. I'm
Bro,
not even.
how do you feel about the Robert Downey Jr. types who wear platforms?
Does he do that?
Yeah, I almost feel like you're. I don't want to make it a race thing, but I feel like I feel the same way when people are like race traitor. You're
You're like
going
a
against
height
show and rate.
trader.
Literally, dude. I'm like, what? Be proud of how tall you are, you
Yeah.
bitch. Fucking like, dude. It's
Uh,
so weird. Like, women when they wear heels, it's like you see the heel, but dudes when
yeah.
they wear the platforms, it's always made to be hidden. So it's like, I'd get it if you were wearing like platform boots because it's like, okay, I can tell you're wearing platforms, but it's like there's something just so like weenie
It's
about
something a
trying to
little weenie.
pretend to be bigger. It's like, dude, just
Yeah.
you're you, just be
It,
you.
you know what? I've been on a movie binge, kind of like a movie kick. I've watched like a bunch of movies the past few days, and last night I was watching Scarface. You've seen Scarface, right?
Oh, yeah, bro.
And which first of all, like I lived in Miami, like a couple years ago, and I feel like Scarface completely ruined Miami because now every fucking like dipshit Miami guy just wants to, oh, the world is yours, man.
Yeah,
Like
dude,
Scarface. And
yeah,
it's
yeah.
like you guys are all fucking
Always wearing that like floral
idiots.
print, like
Yeah, like
fucking.
just stupid. Everybody, yeah, I fucking hate Miami.
I
It's
thought you were gonna
terrible.
make a little guy joke, like say hello to my little
My
friend, and
little friend.
it's a little
Well,
guy.
here's the thing is that when I was just watching Scarface last night, I love Al Pacino. I love him in Godfather. I love him
Oh
in
yeah,
this. Like he's a great actor, and in a lot of those movies, almost like across the board, all of his movies, he is always like a commanding character. Like his whole thing is that he
Sigma
is like
male.
very Sigma male,
Yeah.
and he's like intense, and everybody's afraid of him, right? In like all of those movies, and I believe that probably he has like certain actors play a character because they probably actually do have that presence, like in real life a little bit. But Al Pacino in the movie, he's like a fucking little guy. Like he's looking up at most of the people that he's talking to, including his wife and like everybody else. But like it made me think, I was like, dude, short king. Like this guy is
Yes.
like, he is calling the shots. And there's no mention of him being small or short in the movie. It's like not really mentioned, but he's like visibly smaller than most of the other people
Oh
in the
yeah,
movie.
dude. If he stood on
Um,
his dick, he'd be like 8 feet tall,
yeah,
bro.
pretty
Like that's
much.
just the vibe he gives you.
But it makes no sense that people like actually idolize Scarface and shit because I completely forgot in that movie that like he wants to like fuck his sister and
Bro, if that
he's
was
like
my
demented.
sister, if that was my sister, I'd probably feel the same way. I'd feel you were weird if you didn't want to
It's
fuck
a
your sister.
it's a
Dude,
weird movie.
nine
It's a weird
times out of
movie.
10, I am more scared of big guys who are menacing. It's like, okay, you're big, you could fucking rip me in two. But when you have little guys who are menacing, it's always
Mm,
because like they know how to fight, or like they're like very
yeah.
gritty. Like I'm 9 times out of 10, I'm more scared of the little fighter guy than I am of like the big like doofus guy. Although
Yeah.
not to be like that fucking meme where it's like I remember a chick was like this growing up because she hated this other chick who was so tall. I had a huge crush on her because she had huge tits. But
Hmm.
you know
Nice.
that thing of like, I'm yeah, you may be really strong and tall, but I'm dexterous. I could like run under your legs and climb on your back. When usually it's like
Uh-huh.
the big person can just like smush your head by just
Yeah.
doing this with their hand, like
Yeah.
like. But yeah, not to give credence to that.
Well,
But
the did you ever see the video of XXX Tentacion like beating the shit out of that dude in like a bathroom? You ever seen that video?
no, I knew he beat up his girlfriend,
Yeah, he definitely did that. He's from where I'm from. So like
Florida.
he's from Florida,
Okay.
like the same area like from where I'm from. And so like I knew some people that saw him at like the local like mall, like walking around with his little entourage. And they were like, "Oh, I saw XXX Tentacion at the mall." And I was like, "Oh, really? What was it?" And they're like, he was with like an entourage of fucking, five or six other dudes, and he was really little, like
Yeah.
really little. Like I think he's like dude, he's like 5'4" or something. Let me look it up. He's a little guy.
Dude, as much as little guys hate being little, statistically, the shorter you are, like you live longer. Like if you're a big dude, you die quicker because your blood has to like pump so much harder to push it through
Yeah.
your whole body. Like Being little is based, bro.
Being little
Like,
is base, yeah.
also, bro,
Well,
think about it. The great little people of history, like, yeah, he did some bad stuff. I'll admit it. But Hitler, he was quite little,
Hitler,
and he pulled off some
he,
stuff.
he did a
He
lot. I
pulled
mean,
off some stuff.
the Napoleon complex is very real. Also,
The
fucking,
Napoleon complex is so
it's
fucking
so real.
real, dude. It's very real.
You know, Ponce de Leon, that is, right? Did you ever learn about
I
Ponce
know
de
him
Leon?
from Clone High, but the real guy, I don't really know too much of.
Okay, I don't know
He was
what
a.
Clone High is.
You haven't seen, bro. You'll love Clone High, bro. It is. It's like it's kind of like an adult comedy. It was on MTV, but it's by the
Uh-huh.
guys who did the Lego movie. But the whole plot is, it's a high school where they're trying to, I forget what exactly the bad guy's plan is, but like the principal is the scientist and he's cloned all of the historical figures. So like the
Hmm.
main characters are like JFK and Gandhi and like Abe Lincoln as teenagers and shit. It's, dude, you'd love it. It's on YouTube. You got to check it out.
Damn, sounds crazy. It
Yeah.
sounds like epic rap battles of history, kind
Pretty
of.
much. Pretty much.
But Ponce de Leon, he discovered Florida, like long before I
That's
think
his claim to
even
fame.
that's his claim to fame. I think like before America was even founded as a country, he sailed over and landed in Florida and discovered the Fountain of Youth, like in St. Augustine or something like that. When you live in Florida, you learn about Ponce de
How
Leon
did he,
too.
is the Fountain of Youth real?
I went on a school field trip in like the fifth grade to St. Augustine, and we went to the alleged Fountain of Youth, which was basically just like a dirty spring. And
Okay.
I don't think it's real. I don't see how it could be real, but I don't know why they thought it was the Fountain of Youth in the first place. But maybe back then, before there were buildings and sewage and shit, it probably looked like really gorgeous, and they were
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
"Oh, it's the Fountain of Youth. It's amazing." But
But did it
anyway,
make you live Wasn't it the whole point is that you could live forever if you drank from it?
maybe I should look up what the story is with the Fountain of Youth. I mean, it's
My
definitely
version,
supposed to be it.
if there was a Zach or YOLO Fountain of Youth, you'd roll up and it would just be a really hung goth chick with her ass in the air, and that would
Yeah,
be, you would drink from her ass, and that would
it's
just be, you'd live forever.
you would
In
definitely
theory,
live
yeah.
forever. Well, there was a real person, Elizabeth Bathory. You know who that is, right?
She's a hung goth chick.
No, she was probably goth, but I don't think she was hung. But she was like a fucking, I don't even know, medieval like queen who was in England, and she used to kill young women and bathe in their blood because she believed that it would
I
like
thought that was Queen
restore her.
Mary.
I'm pretty sure it was Elizabeth.
Maybe there's multiple chicks who did that because
Maybe a
I've
lot of them were
heard
doing it.
I've heard that shit. Yeah, they'd kill young women and bathe in their blood.
Yeah, Hungarian noblewoman. Uh,
So she
yeah.
is technically hung.
Oh
If
yeah,
it's an
here.
abbreviation for Hungarian.
Yeah, there you
Yeah,
go.
she's hung.
It
Okay.
says Bathory and four of her servants were accused of torturing and killing hundreds of girls and women between 1590 and 1610. 1590 and 1610. That's 20. Okay, first of all, that's about 20 years, and you're torturing and killing hundreds. So that's basically like torturing and killing another girl like every 2 days.
Yeah,
I
those are
mean,
Patrick Bateman numbers,
that's
bro.
a lot.
Those are Patrick Bateman numbers she was putting up, dude. I'm
Getting
not even mad.
way up there. Uh, I wonder. She must have felt that it worked then, like if she was doing it that much.
I always thought, well, I think it's different, but there's iron in your blood, right?
Yeah.
Isn't there iron in wine or no? I could be wrong. I
I
just
don't
I know
know.
with the Spartans, it was so baller, but they would bathe their babies in wine and it would literally give you like tough skin, which they thought
Really?
was like good for battle. But I remember hearing that in high school and being like, I should start bathing in wine. But then, growing up in Saudi, it kind of makes the acquisition of that stuff much harder. So I never went about to it. But if I ever get into money, bro, I'm bathing all my children in
And
wine.
wine,
They have
yeah.
no choice.
Here's a cool iron fact for you.
Oh, hit me. I'm ready.
Because you like animals. This is an interesting animal fact you could probably tell somebody.
Oh, great. Okay, we have the rest of the episode planned out right here. We're gonna get on an animal tangent.
You have monarch butterflies like where you
Yeah,
live.
they're poisonous technically, right?
I don't know about that. How would they even poison? They don't even have a jaw? How would they bite you?
with their proboscis.
I
They
don't think
they put it
that's
in your ass and it feels good.
okay.
I've had
That's
that
never
happen.
happened to me, but anyway, the monarch butterfly is specifically attracted to a type of flower called milkweed, which you can plant in your garden and it attract them because they seek it out. It's like they're only, koala bears only eat like eucalyptus leaves
Yes, yeah.
and like pandas only eat bamboo. It's like these butterflies only eat this particular type of nectar from a flower. And the reason is because that flower is really high in iron content. And the monarch butterfly is, I think, the only insect that mass migrates like north to breed. They mate up north and then they migrate back. So there's like some area, I think actually it might even be in like northern, it might be in Canada or just like northern US, maybe even in California, where all the monarch butterflies, like thousands, hundreds of thousands of them gather there to breed. But the reason that they need all that iron is because they use it internally to navigate northward like a compass, like the magnetic
Oh,
pole
what?
of the earth. Like they can sense which way to fly. Isn't that crazy?
Dude, part of me thinks that's cool, but then the other half of me is like insect, more like incel. Like fucking I that just gives me the same feeling I get when our mutual friend who only ate chicken tenders. It's like
Yeah,
you're a butterfly and you only eat one type of flower.
right.
Like grow up. Grow
Yeah.
up
Or
and try some other flowers. Like come on.
couldn't you just also other ones? Like, why do you need to have the iron? Couldn't you just eat your own thing and then see where everybody else is going and just follow them?
Oh
I
yeah,
don't know,
dude, that would
right?
be me as the butterfly, the tag along. I'd be like, you guys eat
Right.
milk thistle. I'm gonna fucking eat bussy or whatever the
Yeah,
fuck else I can find. I'll just follow you.
exactly. Exactly.
Dude, bro, I don't also get like, why don't they just chill at their sex spot? Like, if they have to fly there every year to fuck, I would just like be like, I'd set up camp there, just wait
Yeah,
for people to come in, fuck everyone, like a music festival, and then stay there.
right. It's a great question. I have no idea why they travel
You know
one
what? I'm
way
writing
to
this
go the
down.
other
We
way.
got to get a butterfly on the. We got to get a monarch butterfly on the podcast.
Ask them what the fuck's going on.
Yeah, I'll
Um,
add that to the list of when I send you literally daily 500-pound thick anime babes that I think we should
classic.
get on the podcast. I'll start sending
Classic.
butterflies as
Yes.
well. Yeah. Dude,
You,
some of those pictures I sent you, I'm like, I can't even. I got one of them pulled up on
they're
my computer
insane.
right now, but they
Let's
are
see.
people draw some thick biddies. It's the chick with that fat ass that I sent you with the when we were with the thought cops. She's like looking behind.
Yeah.
She's got
Oh
like that
yeah.
huge ass.
Yeah, that was a classic. Yeah. I mean, dude, there's like that is like there is so much porn like art on Twitter. Like there's so many people that do it that actually if I was a porn artist, I would feel really intimidated by how saturated that like environment is. Like how do you got to find a way to make yourself stand out from the others, right?
Yeah. I mean, there's some people who do it well though. Like there's some people who have a certain style that's just like I want to have sex with that drawing. I must have sex with the drawing. Like if that's your style, like you got to go into that, bro. Dude, this
Yeah.
is why I was like I never wanted to draw porn, but I'm waiting for it to leak. But I did do one porn commission one time,
Uh-huh.
and I was like the guy was my mutual and they were my buddies, so I was like, all right, yeah, I'll do it. And then they immediately posted it and tagged me and were like, thank you so much, like it came out so good. And I had to DM them and be like, dog, please
Delete
please
that.
delete that, dude. It was literally like they paid me to draw like a Fuda bunny rabbit fucking them or something. And
Dude, you have got to just
dude, I
it's
can't
better
show
if
it to
you
you.
just post it. You
I
got to just
can't,
let
I
it get out
can't, I
there.
can't
Come
post it, bro.
on,
Guess
bro.
how much I charged them too, because this is like when I first hit the Twitter scene.
Oh God, what like
I think
$20,
I think
$10?
$10, dude. $10 to obliterate all of my dignity, dude. Just
That's
completely
like
blown the fuck out, bro.
I have not had anybody proposition me with something like that yet. I would have to really like think about it. The price would have to be right because that's like
Yeah.
kind of outside of my wheelhouse anyway. I don't really draw that stuff.
Dude, I
That's
feel like you could
crazy.
draw a thick biddy. I trust your art skills.
I probably could, but like I don't know. get too self-conscious. Like I couldn't post that stuff.
Bro, are you like me or are you like Daphne where like do you ever see a thick anime bitch and you're like that's hot? Or are you just like that's a drawing?
No, I mean you have to have a really like you really need to be able to detach. Like, does Daph just look at like a thick anime drawing and just be like, but I don't understand. These are just pixels on a screen. Like
Yeah,
that,
she
like
doesn't
this
get
should be
how
like
I think that
perfect
shit's
robot
hot.
mode.
Dude, literally.
Like
Okay,
how
literally.
the
I thought
hell
I
would
was
you
insane, bro. Cause
no, like
like,
I don't come on. Like I
bro, you
mean
see even some of the furry drawings I send you as a joke. It's like that's a hot fox woman. That
I
is a very
mean
hot fox woman.
yeah, like there yeah, come on. I mean I don't really like it's not really my cup of tea. Like I don't really follow porn artists because it just shows up in my feed anyway, honestly.
Well,
No
yeah,
disrespect.
I think because you follow me and I like so many of them
That might be
sometimes.
well, no, honestly, yeah, I've been not trying to throw shade at other people because it's not even shade, it's just like do what you want. But I follow a few other artists that have a big following that like a lot of uh actually I don't know why this is actually even more cringy to me. They like a lot of pictures of actual girls, like not drawings, but like a
That's
like
weirder
just
to
like a
me
hot
than
chick on. That's
the
weirder to
drawn
me.
porn. Yeah, dude.
Yeah, I don't know why that's it. Because then it's like now I'm like, okay, dude, I think you're simping a little bit. Like there's a girl that keeps showing up in my feed who I do not follow, but it's because this one guy likes
All her
every
pics.
one of her posts, and I'm like, bro,
Which chick is it? If I had to guess, it's I'm gonna say based on your audience, it's going to be Kiwi Sunset.
no, I don't know who
No,
that is. If I
she's
say who it is, it's going to oust the
the
guy who's
guy.
liking
Okay,
it.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
We'll
but
save that for when we need to rake in some views and we need a little
okay.
drama. We'll save it for
Okay.
that. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Um,
Excellent.
but yeah, that to me is like, I don't know. It's just, especially because your likes are public. Like you know your likes are public. So what's the end goal here? And also I can't help but wonder if like, these girls, especially these OnlyFans girls, like you liking their picture is just like what is that gonna do for you? Like
Yeah,
you
if
and
you're
all of these
homies
other
with them,
guys.
I get it, but it's like, yeah, yeah, that is kind of weird to me.
You know what I mean? I don't know. I was never really, well, I guess it's like kind of the same. Like, I guess back when I was still like single or on the scene, if I was interested in a girl, I would, of course, would like her picture. But then I would also try to start a conversation. I wouldn't just be like. You know what I mean? That's
Yeah,
just like
yeah,
not
yeah.
a good look. Like,
No,
I
that's I
don't
feel
know.
like that's not good because, dude, I get weirded out when someone follows me and then I have 120 notifications from them. It's like, huh? Like I feel
Yeah,
like
I
the
know.
chick would feel the same way. Like, all right, not having sex with this guy at
Yeah.
all. Like he ruined all of his chances completely.
Yeah. Um, dude, I gotta shout out this total subject change, but I gotta shout out this fucking movie, man. This movie Barbarian that I saw in theaters was like very good. And if you like scary movies, highly recommend. I don't see Twitter talking about it at all, which I think is a shame
I think
because
no one likes Justin Long.
I don't wouldn't
What a
say that
shitty
I
name,
like
bro.
him
When
either.
his penis picture leaked, I was like, dude, you have to change your last
Did
name.
did
You need
that
to change your
happen?
last name to Justin Average. Yeah, he's getting sucked on in a kayak by that chick with fat tits. What's her name? Amanda Siegfried or whatever.
Oh,
She was the
really?
dumb chick in Mean Girls.
Oh, Amanda
My
Seyfried,
breast can tell the way.
Seyfried.
Yes, Seyfried.
Yes,
Yeah, but
yeah, yeah.
he's getting head on a kayak, and it was just like very underwhelming. I was. I'd be
More
pissed
like,
if my dick
yeah,
looked like that and my last name was Long. I'd be
yeah,
pissed.
no, yeah. I
Yeah.
mean, I would not be if I if I really didn't want like the image of my junk out there, I wouldn't be having sex in public places so much. You know what I mean? Like maybe he
It's
doesn't
kind of
care.
hot, I got to admit.
No, I know,
I've
but
dabbled in it occasionally, but
sure, but I mean like if you're a celebrity and TMZ, TMZ might be on the prowl or something, but also Amanda Seyfried's more famous than he is. He's not that
oh yeah,
famous.
oh yeah. But
Maybe he
also, that's
thought
one of those things where it's like, isn't the memory of getting head on a kayak in the ocean hot
it's worth
enough?
it.
Like, did you need the photo evidence?
Right. Well, did
That
he take the picture?
yeah, it looks like he's taking a
Oh, I
picture
thought it
of
was like
her.
TMZ was. Oh, okay. So how did the
That was
who?
probably because he's so low tier as an actor. He probably was like, I need to get proof of this. No one's going to
Yeah,
believe me that she
for
sucked me. Although
sure.
I want to say they're married, but I could be wrong. They might have
That
just been
sound
dating.
that sounds like he leaked it then to be like, check it
Yeah,
out,
it's literally him who
check
sent it
it
to
out.
DMV. Like,
Yeah,
I
like
don't know how they leaked.
yeah, literally. It's like that's weird. We got this email from Lustin Jong.
Yeah.
Like that's a
You
better
guys have to see
name.
this. That is a better name. That is a
That's
much
a better
fucking better name, dude.
Oh God.
Bro, did my package come in yet with your beautiful cold cut
No,
stickers?
I have not received it, but I'm assuming that means any day now it should be arriving.
Well, listen, we're about to go into our first break, and I have some more cold cut stickers coming. I think the plan is we're going to make a cold cut bundle.
Yeah,
So if
that'll
you
be
like the
dope.
pod, you can help support us. But until those come in, it's all I'm taking all this money for these babies. So buy them right now.
That's right. And,
BigHomo.BigCartel.com before Harris gets any of the money.
and
That's what you
and
got to do.
even more so, if you're watching this podcast and you're subscribed to us, but you haven't told your friends to watch it or subscribe to us, are you helping or are you hurting?
Are you hurting
Because
us? Yeah.
because we're almost fucking there. We
We're
are
so
almost at
close to
our goal.
1K.
Please like, subscribe. Also
Listen,
send us emails.
yeah, shoot
That'd be
us some
great.
emails. We'll do a little deal if you prove to us you got your friend to watch, or even double. So if you get a hung friend to watch, a hung
Hmm.
chick friend, we'll send you some free stickers. We'll send you
Yeah.
some free stickers with proof. Okay, if you get any women that look like this to follow, I will
That's
send you
thick dog
$100.
pick. It's so good.
Dude, oh my god, those buns,
Do
those
you
buns,
have
bro.
you slapped that sticker on anything yet? Like, do you have it on a water bottle
I
or?
have a book that I keep one of every sticker I've ever done as like a memories.
Yeah, that's
Like
nice.
I
That's
got
nice.
that going, but
That's good.
yeah,
Yeah, I would
very
slap one of
crisp.
those on my computer for sure.
I thought you were gonna say dick for some reason.
I
I don't
almost
know
did.
why, dude.
I almost
I
did.
literally could tell.
But I
I was
didn't
like,
I didn't highlight it was like a Freudian
we're
slip.
so synced up, dude. We're so
We are.
synced. We're so synced up.
Quick, favorite slur.
We're back.
We're back.
We're back. All right, yeah. Let's burn through these questions because we always mainly my
Always.
fault. I
That's
go
all
on
right.
tangents. But let's see. I think we gotta. I'm gonna have to show the Rogue the Bat foot picture because their feet are just so perfect.
Yes.
Their feet are beautiful.
I think it's Rouge the Bat.
Is it Rouge?
I
It
think it's
probably is
Rouge.
Rouge. I think I'm just dumb. All right, let me see. I think we missed a couple. Let me see. All right, yeah. There's the MILF picture we got.
That's a classic.
Okay, here's a good one we got that we had missed. This is from Joe Joester.
Hmm.
If you could crank your hog to only one category of porn the rest of your life, what would you choose and why? And then this
Funny
guy
way to put it.
also, yeah, but this guy also informs us. We've had a few of these who are like, I came to the Vosh episode and I just kind of stayed. So
Well,
God
welcome.
bless the
Godspeed.
Voshites, bro. God bless them. I feel like there's so many of them who just like got sucked in and were
And
like,
yeah,
okay, all
it's
right.
all right. Yeah, I'd love to get Vosh back on, but even Vosh, I think he wants to like. I think he sometimes feels like he has too many eyes on him. When we were like, I was like, we had him on, and I was like, you know what? I have not really seen any of your stuff before, and he was like, good, don't
Yeah.
bother, don't do that. Like, so funny.
I want you to
Um,
remain respecting me, so don't look at any of my content.
exactly.
Yes.
Um, in regards to the question,
Is
I don't
thick
know.
anime chicks too broad? I haven't
No.
jerked off to a real human for hey, other than new poster. No, but I haven't I haven't jerked off to like a real human for like maybe
Uh,
since high school, bro. I've just
what?
been on dude, I've just been on the because it's like
Jesus Christ, man.
well,
That's
dude,
a long time.
I always had either a girlfriend or a chick I was hooking up with. So it was like, if I need, I was getting puss. So it wasn't like,
Sure.
why would I jack off to another man getting puss?
Yeah.
It just made more sense to me. Like this drawing of the mom from Goof Troop, Peg, really thick. Like I don't have that. I'm going to
Uh-huh.
jack off to that, but
Yeah.
that might be too broad, thick anime base. But I have seen a couple of like, it's like a weird version of like, it's like a really thick chick, but who's
Mhm.
also ripped. That's kind of been my like,
Sure.
Ooh, oh, that's getting
Oh,
daddy going,
yeah.
baby.
You know what's funny is I feel like
Hung or non-hung, either
yeah,
one. Yeah.
the anime chick like genre outside of Twitter is kind of niche, but on Twitter it's not niche. It's
Hmm.
extremely broad. Do you know what I mean?
Hmm.
But in the real world, I think that is kind of niche. But yeah, I don't really watch like so much these days.
You
Like,
cut
especially
out, but
like
I'm assuming you said you don't really watch porn.
yeah, I don't really
Okay.
watch it so much like these days. Especially like you said, like being in a relationship, it's like yeah, I just don't really like. I don't know. I don't
I've
really
just
like.
never seen a chick like when I was in a relationship. I've never seen a porn star where I was like, I must jack off. I must do
Yeah,
it.
yeah. I want to say there was a time, like, kind of recently, maybe like a month or so ago, that I actually did go on some like a Pornhub or something like one of those like broad like just like entry level type like
Ex
porn sites.
hamster.
Yeah, exactly. And I
Yeah.
was on there and I was kind of like scrolling through and shocked at how like bad the landscape looked on there. Like it like you know what I mean? Like it's too normy almost.
Yes,
You know what I
dude.
mean? And in a
Yeah.
bad way, not in like a not even in a vanilla way, but in a way that's like really we're still making
Yeah.
this kind of
Yes.
shit. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like I feel haven't we evolved a bit? Like it feels like it hasn't gotten much better since I was in high school.
Yes.
You
Dude,
know what I
speaking
mean?
of porn websites, I remember it was like sometime in college that you know RedTube?
Yeah.
That was like a real big thing, and I was on the guys' swim team, and all the guys were like, "Yeah, red tube, fresh, fresh." And I remember one day the girls' swim team was going to go do some shit, and they were like, "Yo, come with us, Zach." So I
Hmm.
was like, "All right, I'll come with you guys." And I remember we were driving past like it's like a CVS or something, but they all wanted to watch a movie, and I was like, I meant to
Oh
say,
no.
dude, there's a red box. Let's go get something. And I was just like, oh, yo, there's a red tube over there. Let's get something. And some of them didn't pick up on it, but a couple of others were
Like record
like,
scratch.
yeah,
I
they're
guess you're
like,
wondering
yeah.
how I got here. Yeah.
Yeah, dude, it was
Yeah.
one of those moments, but
That's funny, man.
good times, good times. But yeah, mine is thick, buff anime chicks. If I had to spank it to just that, I think
Yeah.
that would be the move.
Yeah, I would probably
If your
definitely.
girlfriend's listening to this, let me answer for you. Harris would only spank it to babe Latinas.
That's
Okay?
right. It
Beautiful
probably
Latina women.
is.
And
It
not
probably
even
is
doing
true.
sex stuff, just doing normal stuff, cooking,
Yeah,
hugging, kissing
hanging out.
sweetly. Yeah.
That's right. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, no, I mean, like, I would say Twitter is definitely like if you're into like anime, like thick chicks and stuff, just porn was just way better on Twitter. But
Oh, yeah.
the problem is you are at a much higher risk. You can't interact with it the same way you could on like a I don't know, it's like
Well, there's a lot of dudes who are. I think it's not if they're like addicted to porn, but if they're going on Twitter for porn, I've noticed quite a few people have, and it's usually in their bio, like, this is my porn account. Like, I think they make accounts just so they can like it without,
okay.
like having people be like, yo, why are you following Foot Queen 900? You know
But
what I
just
mean?
imagine being on the wrong account then. Like, you know what I
Dude, that
mean?
happens all the time. That's happened to like multiple Republican senators where like people go through their likes and it's like, young twink gets railed by fat old man, and it's like, oh, you probably didn't mean to like this on this account, Ted Cruz. I would be
Yeah,
careful.
that's classic. I like the Ted Cruz tweet that's just like,
Butter
here's
cow.
me. Yeah, here's me standing next to the butter cow. I would also say definitely thick chicks, probably thick. I don't like anime chicks though. I don't really
Dude,
fuck with
women
like I don't
have
really
such a
watch that stuff.
weird concept. To me, a thick chick is like she's kind of chunky, but the main thing that's thick about her are her tits and her ass.
Hmm.
I've seen so many chicks like, yo, this chick's so thick, or like, yeah, I'm a thick chick, and it's just like a severely overweight woman. Which there's nothing wrong with that. There's
Well,
people that are fat.
there are some camps of people that is their definition
I
of
thought you were gonna go. There is something wrong with that. There is
no,
something
no.
wrong with being very thick, but
There are
it
some people that do subscribe to that belief though,
for sure.
that falls under the thick category if you're like just
Since the
really
dawn of
big.
time, I mean, there's men who I think consider those fertility goddesses
Yep.
thick when it's like, ooh, she could probably lower her caloric intake slightly. Just a tad.
Cholesterol. Yeah,
Yeah,
just
I'm just worried about her cholesterol. I don't even care about the
yeah.
thickness. I'm just
Uh-huh.
looking out for her health.
Oh, we were watching me and my girl were watching old episodes there. I think they were on Hulu that were streaming of like My 600 Pound Life.
Classic.
Have you watched episodes of that?
I've seen a couple. It sounds like
It's
your
extremely
girlfriend
morbid.
and Daphne have similar tastes.
Yeah, I think that I don't know what it is, but for some reason, I think women have a higher tolerance for reality TV. Like, I just don't really,
Dude, you
I
told me your
cannot
chick was
get into
showing
it.
you the Hoarders episodes, and Daph was like
Yeah.
showing it to me. And when it got to the episode where this woman had so many decomposed cats that they turned into a
Yeah.
soup, I was like, this should not be on television.
No,
This
no,
is
it get
darker than
too
anything I
far.
have ever seen.
Yes,
Like,
yeah,
this is on par with like those shows where it's like he raped and killed 7 women. It's like, well, this
yeah,
woman made cat soup.
yeah.
That's just as horrifying.
I mean, dude, it was the episode that we were watching of My 600 Pound Life. What was amazing to me about I don't know if it was just this season, but they were following the same dude for like 10 years. Like it was like over a 10-year period, and they would just check in on how you doing? So how you doing? And on his like weight loss journey. And he did have some I think he had a gastric bypass in like year two, so he could like lose some weight. But this dude was like, I mean, he was like, I think he started at like 800 pounds. Like he was like 780 or something like that. And then had the bypass. He lost like 100 or 200 pounds or something like that. They were checking in. Then he started gaining a little bit of weight back. And they checked in on him again. And he had a coma. And he was in a coma for like 6 months. But a hospital, then they kept checking up on him. He was 4 years, and he lost like all the. You could just eat like fucking tapioca out of a cup, like you know what I mean. He like dropped to like 200 pounds, basically, like rail thin. But when he coma, they were like, their family was like, I don't know what happened. He was hanging out with this girl that I think she was doing drugs or something like that, and I'm like, no, it's because he's fucking 700 pounds. It's not because of the drugs. It's because he's going to fucking die. Like, he's like, you cannot
Yes,
be that heavy. You can't be that fucking
dude.
big. It was crazy.
We were talking earlier about like stuff you see on Twitter that makes you get angry, and there was like anytime I see these posts, get me so mad. But it's these like fat people who always complain that their doctors are like telling them to lose weight, and it's always like you're complaining about how your knees hurt all the time. You're 800 pounds. Like, why can't your doctor tell you the truth that losing weight would help? And it's like
Right.
that's not the reason. It's because and it's like, dude, no. Like losing weight helps you. It's not gonna like cure cancer, but like you can fix
No.
so much shit with your body
I mean,
when
and
you
I'm
lose
not
weight.
even, yeah, and I'm not even one of these like camps of people that it's like I think you can be like a little bit overweight and still live a long, happy life. Like that's fine. But we're talking about like people that are
Morbidly
like
obese.
morbidly obese. Yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah, this guy on the episode also, his doctor, after he it was they were following him for so long that he was bedridden in the hospital. He got out of the hospital. He had to relearn to walk. And now he was finally walking around again. But now that he was just living his life, he was just going back to the bar and drinking, and he like gained 200 pounds back. And then he was like back into territory where now once again this dude is like nobody should be 500 pounds. You know what I mean? Like it doesn't matter
No.
how tall
Yeah.
you are, you should not be that weight. And
Health
so
at every size, dude. Health
no,
at every
that's
size.
just too big. Like it's too big. And so he went back to the doctor, and the doctor was like, I'm worried about the fact that you've been out of your bed for like a year and you've gained like 250 pounds. Like you need to and the dude like the fat guy like stormed out and was like, fuck this guy, like he doesn't know what's good for me and all this shit. And I was like, man, it made me really realize like, wow, some people do have like a fucking addiction. That shit is like, it's
Yeah.
real, it's
Oh
real.
yeah. Dude, I hate the like of course there's outliers. Like if you're a literal football player and you're a massive man,
Sure,
I understand how maybe the airplane seats are too small for you, but I get
sure.
so angry when I see fat people like I shouldn't have to buy 2 seats, and it's like dude, you should lose weight. If you literally are
Hmm.
taking up 2 seats on an airplane, that should literally be your like come to Jesus moment of like you're so fat it costs you money. Like that's just
Yeah,
not good. Like that's just not
yeah.
a good thing.
It is really weird. It is. I think it's terrible that some people do get made fun of for being fat when they're really like
Oh
just
yeah, I don't
some
yeah.
people are just portly. You know what I mean? Like there's just some people with
I'm a
different body
thick
types,
man.
right? You
I'm a
get
thick man, bro.
and also some people just gain weight easier and lose weight easier, and like there's just different body types. But the other side of it is like now it feels like we've gone so far in the other direction where I mean, it's just flat out denial. Like if you're just like that, then it gets crazy town. Like
Dude, I'd
when
be
people
careful.
are
I'd be careful.
sorry,
Your far lefty base is gonna
should I
cancel you
choose my
for
words really
no,
carefully?
no.
I don't know. I guess it's like yeah. I remember Reddit alert, Reddit alert. I remember being on Reddit and they banned I was not
Fat people
subscribed to this.
hate.
Fat people
Yeah,
hate. I wasn't
dude.
subscribed to Fat People Hate, but from time to time I would like peek in because it's just like
Me
morbid
too, bro. Me too.
curiosity. It's just
Yes.
like, it's kind of whatever. People were ruthless on there. Like that shit is hardcore. Like,
Yeah.
I mean that is, even if somebody's 500 or 600 pounds, you don't have to be demeaning about it. But it is like it is fucking crazy. I mean, some people get really, really big, and the fact that they could film a whole season of my 600 pound, it was like my 600 pound life, and there was like fucking 10 episodes, so they have 10 different Americans that are that big. It's like,
Dude, I'd love to see a show on. You know how sometimes guys, I've had this happen to me in relationships where you date a woman and suddenly they put on like 300 pounds.
mhm.
I'd love to see an episode from a thin husband's perspective called My 600-Pound Wife. And
It's
it's
like,
just
yeah,
him like, yeah, get a load of this big
yeah.
elephant
Well,
bitch.
there
Fucking.
are some shows that are like my 900 pound life and my 600 pound wife. When you're like, it's like the couple is like they weigh like half a ton,
Oh,
like
yeah.
together. So like that is like, oh my God,
It
man.
must suck. You can't even ride an elevator together because you're going to put it at risk of stalling.
I just like it's just crazy. I mean, yeah, I actually haven't recently seen anybody that's like that big, but every once in a while, like if I go to Disney or something, like I'll see somebody in like the little jazzy chair
Well, that's just
that's like
Disney adults.
huge. That's like a
That's
Disney
just the Disney
adult.
adult. I was, I'm kind of shocked you say that because in my head, I'd assume most Floridians are quite thick.
Um, I don't know. Maybe I just don't see people since quarantine, but like I don't know. I don't like I wouldn't say people are necessarily in good shape, but I don't see people like that, like fucking 600 pounds like that.
Yeah.
That's I think a middle America thing. Like that, I don't know. It's also, what the other thing is that it's so hot here that you would be putting yourself at like an extreme health risk. I think if you were like really, really heavy, you couldn't survive. But
Yeah.
definitely, I will say from my time in New York, there are no fat people in New York because
Well, you're
like
walking. I
you
moved there
can't
and
do it.
lost like 10 pounds because it was like
Literally,
literally you have to walk fucking everywhere, dude, which is
dude,
sick, dude.
it is.
If
Yeah,
everything
the
goes bust in LA, I vote the us us
cold
cold cuts
cats.
boys. We find a place in New York. We
Yeah,
hole up.
New York is cool. Yeah, I like my
You
girl
just
never
if we go
lived.
back there, you're not gonna dye your hair again and do the buzz.
Maybe, probably not.
Okay,
But
all right.
no, I'll probably be well, hopefully it happens before I'm 30, but if I'm 30, I won't be doing that shit anymore anyway.
Okay, word.
But what was I gonna say? Yeah, my girl never lived in New York, so sometimes now, because I lived out there, if we're watching a show or a movie that takes it, she's like, oh, it just seems like fun. And I'm like, it's not. I hated it. I didn't hate it, but it's like, it's like
It
New
gives
York
me the
is such a
same
fucking
feeling.
headache.
Oh yeah, dude. I feel like I have the same feeling. It's slightly better here because I think a lot of people assume LA is more expensive, but like in New York
I
and where
don't
I
think
am
so.
here,
I
it's
don't
like
know.
the reoccurring thought in the back of my head is like, how am I going to pay rent? How am I
I
going to pay
know.
rent? Like just constantly just like
But
fucking
dude,
fucking me up.
that's almost everybody. Like so many people are just
Dude, I feel that way, but then the dumbest kids I went to school with and
I
grew up
know.
with are all like
Are all
doctors or
yeah,
pilots and they're
I
making
know.
millions of dollars and I'm just like, What
I
the dude?
know.
You couldn't even do math when we were in class together. Like, how the
Yeah.
fuck did you get this gig, bro? I fucking hate that.
I know a kid that lied on his SAT and said that he was Latino, and that's like why he got accepted into like
Latinx.
UCLA. Sorry, Latinx. Well, when
Dude,
I was in school, it was Latino. Yeah, but
dude, I could have
uh,
done that as Italian. I could have wrote down I'm black and had no fault of my own in it, but
yeah.
I don't know.
Um, you know what? I don't know why when we were just talking about New York, this popped into my head because I wanted to ask you this before. Have you ever has it ever happened to you where you've had like a coworker or a friend or someone that was like really chill and then you found out that they were like a flat earther or like some like a really diehard conspiracy nut?
No.
You never had like somebody that you were close to be like try to drop some
Well,
shit
here's the
on
thing.
you?
Here's the issue. I think I'm that person. So I think
You
that's
that
the reason
person?
I haven't ran into that type of thing. That could be it because I'm the
That
guy
could be
that's like,
why.
dude, bees are government probes. You can't
Yeah.
believe in bees. But
Is
what
that
did that
real?
happen to you in New York? No, bees are great. I love
I
bees.
love bees
I won't
too.
insult bees.
It did happen to me in New York. I had a coworker. I can't remember his name now. It was years ago now. It was several years ago now, but I had this coworker that was super cool. He was like definitely a little bit, he might have even been 10 years older than me, but he still was kind of like a young guy and super chill. Like I never saw him lose his cool. And especially this when I was working at Apple. And so customers were really annoying and fucking crazy, especially in New York. And he
Oh,
was
you had an
always,
Apple flat earther.
yeah, he worked at Apple. Yeah, he
That's a
worked at
rare
Apple.
breed, I feel like.
Well, he was super cool, and he like would put me on music, like jazz. He was a jazz musician, and so he would send me like jazz music and shit. That would like he was a cool guy. Anyway, we were leaving work at the same time one day, and he was like, "Yo, bro, like I have a joint. I'm gonna like walk to the my bus stop. Do you want to like burn it with me?" And I was like, "Yeah, for sure. I have nothing going on." And so we're like walking and just chit chatting, and I don't remember how it came up, but he started talking about how the earth is flat. Like he started getting into it. And I was kind of like trying to gauge if he was like
Fucking with
fucking with
you or
me.
not.
But he was like he had that like look, like he was like being for real. And his only like what he kept getting at was that like basically that the government just lies about you cannot believe anything the government says. So like and he was like and yeah, I have like over the years I've collected some like science textbooks and it's like there's no consensus. Like if you read there's like inaccuracies if you read the different books. Like there's it's not really the same answer. And I remember being like, what? This is like I didn't know that flat earthers were like legit. And also that he was like a young like and what's crazy to think now is like this was all years before COVID. I can't even imagine what the dude was like during all this vaccine
Oh
shit. And
yeah,
like
dude,
I
yeah.
mean he must have been completely like bananas. But um yeah, I wonder what happened to that guy. I don't know where he's at now. He was really nice. I still like hung out with him at work, but I always had it in the back of my head. I'm like, dude, this guy is a fucking flat earther. That's so crazy.
Dude,
I don't know.
this isn't like conspiracy, but it's like one of those where you're like, oh, my coworker's like that. But my boss
Hmm.
at my old job, because we would do the whole thing was like P. Diddy would pay us to like send out gift baskets to his celebrity friends. And we had more
Hmm.
clients than P. Diddy, but it was like one day he's like, dude, come over here, come over here. And I was like, what's up? And he's like, do you know who this is, who we're sending a package to? And I was like, I don't know, show me. He like pulls up the address and it's Hassan Piker. And he's like, dude, this dude is such a fucking loser. Like, yo, write down his address. Write down his address. So he had me like write down the guy's address, and then he'd be like, we were like looking up at his house through like Google Maps, and he was just like shit talking him the whole time, and he's like saying shit like, yo, we should send him some crazy shit or something. And I was just like,
What?
he's my boss. So I'm like, dude, the company would probably get in a lot of trouble if we're
Yeah,
like
you can't
send him
do
a
that.
message that's like, yo, fuck you, fruit ball. Like, I was like, you're crazy, bro. But
That's crazy.
yeah, so
Uh,
that's my version of the flat Earth coworker, I
I mean,
suppose.
I feel like that always happens where like you know, your coworkers are just that, right? You meet them and you have to hang out with them, and some of them seem like they're pretty cool, but you're bound to interact with somebody and be like, "What? Come again? Like what? What
Yeah,
was that
yeah.
now?" I mean, that's the other thing is the like having a coworker that is like cool, and especially one that's older than you, and then they say something that's like off color, like racist or sexist or something like that, and you're kind of just like,
Dude, I went to the dentist 2 days ago,
uh-huh,
and I'm sitting there waiting, and this Hispanic guy starts coughing. It's in someone who works there. He's like a nurse, or not the dentist, but like the dentist assistant.
sure, yeah.
And this guy comes out who was the guy who was working on my teeth, and he's like, "Uh-oh, sounds like someone's got monkeypox." Monkeypox, and they're like making fun of him, and then the other guy was like, "Sounds more like Mexican pox," and I was just like, "Dude, I gotta work here. This environment is fresh, bro."
This is the place to be, man.
Dude, but they
that
were
is
just like
crazy.
ripping on each other, and I was like, "Dude, this is fresh. This is
That's what I
fresh."
imagine. Like when you said that you were like cool with the Stone Toss crew, that's all that was going on. Is you guys were just like N-word,
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 N-word. You just N-word chaining in the Discord. Yeah, good times, good times.
God, stupid.
All right, let me see.
Yeah, pull up another cue.
All right, this guy literally sent us a picture of his feet, which are very gross. No offense. Turbo
What? I
Toxin,
didn't.
my hero, my hero. He said, "Don't mind my boo boo." He has like a huge
Oh,
cut on his
oh,
feet. Dude, I don't know if you've ran into him yet, but this guy, he's awesome, bro. He's been a buddy of mine since I just got on Twitter. He's done a few shirt designs for me. But I was on a camping trip with one of my other buddies, and we were just scrolling through Twitter, and this guy posted, he had like a work injury and like posted a picture of his foot,
oh. Mm-hmm.
and it was just the craziest looking foot, dude. Like it looked like it had been dipped in battery acid, and we were just like, I couldn't look away, dude. It was insane. But this
Oh
guy
my
also
God.
sent a regular question. So let me pull these up.
Okay,
Oh,
that
this is
reminded
good.
me of something I don't want to forget. But let's answer the question first.
Well, you know what? It's a couple of questions. So do your thing first, and then we'll hop into this.
Okay. I had when I was hanging out with a buddy of mine. This was like years ago, and he was like one of his friends who I had never met was coming over, and before the guy came over, he was like, "Oh, okay, my boy Brian's coming through," like right before the guy got there, he was like, "Bro, by the way, just," he was like, don't make a thing of it, like try not to stare, but this dude, his leg looks like a piece of bacon. Like it's completely it's like fucked up. Like he had an accident. It's like a crazy looking leg. Like don't mention it, try not to look at it. Just like something like it was like 30 seconds before the dude showed up, and I was like,
Yeah, they just like, oh no, oh no.
okay. And then the guy like pulls up. I see the guy's like headlights pull up, and we're going to meet him in the driveway. And the guy hops out of the car, and he's just like totally normal, like man, totally normal. And my buddy was just fucking with me, and I like, dude, it was such a good prank. And he was cracking up. My friend Greg was cracking up, but apparently that's from Family Guy. Also, is that I think Quagmire says about one of his like his girlfriend or something like is coming over, and he says to Peter, he's like, yeah, like just don't look at her leg. Like it looks like a piece of bacon. Like just don't
Yeah,
look
yeah,
at it.
yeah.
It's so good.
A little Family
Uh,
Guy humor. A little
Family
Family
Guy
Guy
humor.
humor,
Gotta
bro.
love it. Gotta love it.
Whew. All
Anyway,
right.
let's read this
Let's see.
question.
Love the pod. Oh yeah, this was the one who was like wanting. Well, here we go. We've been telling stories and not internet drama.
Yes.
Although once we get into a little internet drama, I can't stay away, baby. I
Can't
can't
stop.
stay
Can't
away.
stop. Once they get the
But
bloods in the water. Yeah.
what is the stupidest thing you've ever done for a girl? That's the first question. I got to
That's a
come
good
clean with you,
question.
bro.
What's up?
I was ripping on you because, by the way, I can't believe you didn't sleep with the famous Australian comedian.
Yeah, we didn't. Well, I think you think that we were together a lot longer than we were. I want to say that we were like maybe like talking, like hanging out for like 2 weeks.
Okay.
Seriously. Like I don't even think it was like
Well, that does allow me to make fun of you then for drawing her the portrait after
but
just 2 weeks.
but I don't
She
even remember
confirmed it.
that.
She confirmed it. I'm
Does she
pretty
have
sure.
it? Where's the proof? Where's the proof?
I'm all right.
I
I'll
don't
DM
remember
her. I'll
that.
shoot her a DM. But dude, I
Okay.
can't even. I'm making fun of you while holding it in. But I painted something for her
Okay.
that was like the Obama poster, but with a pug, which is like the
What?
fruitiest thing I can think of. And then
No,
I
what?
also made her on her birthday like I wrote like a children's book about how we met, which is, dude, looking back, is the gayest thing I have ever
Oh
done,
my
bro. But
God.
dude, I always do that shit. Like, I can't even, this question I can't even answer because anytime I'm smitten with a chick, it's like I will do the stupidest shit. Like Daphne,
Yeah.
when we were first starting to date, I like, all my roommates were named Zach, so I was like, "Yo, Zach, you got to help me with this." So I set up dinner on the roof because we had a roof,
Uh-huh.
and then I had my roommate pretend to be our waiter and like
Okay.
do shit. So I do shit like that
That's nice
all
though.
the
That sounds
time.
funny. Yeah.
It's kind of funny, but it's like I'm a big soft blathering
Well,
pussy.
I know, but it's like, where is the line drawn? Like, girls want you to do nice shit for you, and if you just sit there and you're just like, I'm not gonna do anything nice because then she's gonna think I'm soft. Then she's just gonna leave you.
No,
You
dude,
know what I
women
mean?
love
Like,
that. They love the alpha male. You have to be hard.
no, you
You
have to
can't show
find.
any love.
There's a balance. There's a balance,
Yes,
but
there is a balance. Dude. I love the guys
um,
that think like, yeah, this is how you get a girl. Yo, what's up, you fat retard faggot? Like that, and that's gonna make them be like, oh, my pussy is soaked. Like,
yeah, like
I love those
literally,
types of
it's
guys,
just
dude.
so dumb.
I love
Uh,
those guys.
but the have you seen like the pictures where like the girl posts like a selfie and she's like probably gonna delete or something, and then some guy will just comment just like, "Well, hurry up," like just like some shit like that. It's so
And then she ends up fucking him. That's
yeah,
how it is. That's how it is.
that's how I met your mother. Uh,
All right, stupidest thing you've done for a girl, not including the facial portrait you
Australian
did for
comedian.
the Australian comedian.
I mean, first thing that comes to mind is probably there was a girl that this was easily a decade ago now, but it was like there was a girl that I was
Pre-college?
no, well, it was probably fuck, man, I don't know. Actually, it might have been yeah, I think it was probably after my freshman year, like summer after my freshman year of college.
Mhm.
And I was back in Florida, and there was this girl that I had been crushing on through like my last 2 years of high school, but we never got together. We were like friends, never were a thing. And then I don't know, it's just like the timing was right. I came home college with a little bit more, I was a little bit more confident, and so we like hung out, and then we started kind of like dating, even though we knew it was like a summer thing, right? I was gonna
Those
go
are the
back,
hardest. Those are the
which
hardest, bro. I always
sucks.
get way
Yeah,
too attached.
I know, and yeah, and especially during that time when it was one of those things where if I like a girl actually liked me, I like didn't even know what to
Yeah.
do. You know what I mean? And so I
You're literally
totally
like a deer on the highway with the truck coming, and you're just
like
like,
yeah, like like don't kill
I'm
me.
about to get literally blown into a million pieces.
It was literally that. Like it just totally, and she was, God bless her, she really didn't do anything wrong, but just like didn't like me as much as I liked her, I
Though
think. And
that's the
like
worst, bro. That's the
terrible,
worst.
terrible. And I think so much of that shit I've blocked out of my mind because it caused me so much fucking heartbreak. But I know that there were times that I tried like singing for her with my guitar and shit like that, like just like terrible shit that like no man should do, you know what I mean? And I didn't know what the fuck I was doing. I didn't know what I was doing. I still don't really know what I'm doing most of the time, but like at that point I really didn't.
I'm at the point where I can pretend that I know what I'm doing and it
Yeah,
works. Yeah.
yeah, pretty much,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
it's like at that point like it was bad, and because it had been such a long time coming that I had just like liked her for a really long time, it was doomed from the start. It's never gonna work. But that was definitely one of the more cringy. That whole time period was like it was fun, and then it was like now looking back, it was like terrible, a
Yeah.
horrible time. What are you gonna do?
Dude, looking at the rest of these questions, I think we actually went over half of them
Yeah, on Thought Cops.
on
Yeah,
Thought Cops. Yeah, so I'm gonna skip ahead. By the
I
way,
think
we
there
need
might have
more
been another on there.
fans like Turbo Toxin. Okay, this man is legendary. He comments on
Legend.
everything. He's subscribed. He's on
Yes,
the Patreon, which by the way, he did say his cold cut sticker came in. It's on his
woo,
water bottle. So
let's go.
if you guys want one of these, I still got like 20 left, but make sure you specify if you buy a sticker bundle because I got like 20 different types of stickers. Make sure you say, give me that hollow cold cuts. Me wanty.
Let's go.
Did you
Um,
say there was other stuff on here we
I
didn't
think there
talk
might have
about?
been one other. I don't remember for sure, but I think there might have been one other question that was on there that we
I
did not
swear we
go.
talked about what scared us as a kid. I know we talked about
Yeah,
which fictional character made us horny.
yes, we did that.
And then I think we did talk about the D&D stuff.
Oh yeah, okay, so
Yeah,
that was
yeah.
everything. Yeah, yeah.
But
Good
I
questions.
think we do have one more. Let me see. Oh, another question from the great person who is trying to help us set up Discord recording. And I've said
Yes.
this every episode, but I will try to get that running. But
Yes.
this may be until we hit 1K thing. We might just run the clock out on Zoom.
So tell your friends.
Yeah. So tell your friend, hey, if you're listening, if you've gotten this far, type thick hung anime babes in the comment and hit subscribe. Hit subscribe.
Yes.
By the way,
Yes.
you were saying you wanted to take a crack at drawing some thick bitches.
Hmm.
I think the thick femme version of us might be great podcast cover material for this
That
episode.
would
This could be your time to shine, baby boy.
that would God, I feel like I'm just gonna embarrass myself. I could try.
Nah, dude.
Yeah.
Any thick chick you draw will not be as embarrassing as my attempt to draw an attractive woman. I guarantee you.
Oh, that's classic.
Oh, and
So
then
good.
Carlos, of course, sent us a letter to let us know that we are. This is
Trending.
good, bro. Yeah, this is good. Pat yourself on the back. Pat yourself on the back. But we are number 42 in Poland right now for arts podcasts. So,
Yes.
Polish people,
If you're listening,
high IQ.
very high IQ.
Yeah,
And
if
like,
you're in Poland right now, I'm gonna suck you off when I see you, just because
yeah.
you're such a strong fan. And then a little less cooler than Poland, we're apparently position 90 in the arts category in New Zealand, which to me is good because their prime minister, babe,
Yeah.
babe and a half.
If you're watching and you're from either of those countries, drop a thick hung anime babe in the comment section below, just so we can
Well,
gauge.
well, that's what they're gonna drop for the other thing too. How
Oh,
we're gonna
oh.
tell the difference.
Okay.
Type thick hung Polish anime
Anime
babe
babe.
or New Zealand.
Yes.
Yeah, just so we can gauge. Okay,
Just
yeah.
so we can gauge. Yeah. And thank you for listening. It's pretty crazy that we have people listening all the way out there.
All right, this guy, I'm gonna have to put this picture on screen, but it's Rouge the Bat with her feet up to the podcast microphone,
That's
and
classic.
she's chilling. I'll flash that question at this point right here in the show, so you guys can see this really hot picture. By the way, send us more of these. I'd love
Yes,
one of
please.
Femboy Tails maybe with like his feet up. But
Yeah, that'd be great.
this whole podcast is called. This is from Stefan, by the way. Thank you, Stefan.
Uh-huh.
I dated a chick with your last name in camp, and she was blown to pieces by a tractor trailer because she ran a red light. They couldn't even piece her body together.
What?
She had huge breasts, though.
Is that a true story? Is that how they identify
Well, we
her?
didn't date. We were just like, a little flirty with each other.
Good God, man. What the
This
hell?
chick, fun story. Ansel Elgort forced her to do anal sex, and then she was telling me a bunch of bad stuff about him because we all went to camp together.
Wow, that's
And
really
she was
not
like,
cool.
a week before she died, was like, I'm gonna drop some crazy info that's gonna like ruin his career, blah blah blah. And then she died. I'm not saying Ansel was driving the tractor trailer, but if we have any conspiracy theorists out there,
That's fucking wild,
check
dude.
to see if Ansel has a tractor trailer license, because there could be something there. Okay, there could be something
That's
there.
insane. Is that all true what you just said?
Yes, and dude, the reason I know it's backed up is because he did get like canceled a couple years
he
ago
did. He did,
for
yeah.
something. So
was real.
there's something there. But
Good God, man.
the story she told was very weird. But she was having a colonoscopy, so you know how you have to like clear your bowels.
Yes.
So it was something along the lines of she told him that. So he was like, "Wow, that would mean we should have anal because your butt is clear." I'm not even gonna get into this. By the way, Ansel, if you're listening, please don't sue us. Please don't sue us, bro. I don't want to get in trouble.
Please don't kill me with a tractor trailer. I'm more important.
Yeah, I'm gonna open my door. I'm on the second story, and there's just like a tractor trailer outside, just like
Hey, what the?
trying to scare us. The whole podcast is called Cold Cuts, and you pussies don't even talk about subs or sandwiches. We've talked about subs multiple times in bottoming. I feel like we brought that up multiple times. What's your go-to when you order one? Enjoy the feat. I hope it inspires you to change the recording setup a little bit. I could. I originally I thought it was another reference to us getting on Discord, but I think the joke is he wants us to
put the feet up.
Yeah, just so I'm gonna put the picture of Rogue so you see it. But for anyone who missed it, It kind of looks like
Looks like
this.
this.
Yeah, her foot is like on the
Yeah.
podcast, like
Uh-huh.
giving a really good. She's got some freakishly big
Well,
toes.
yeah, I don't think that her feet would really look like that.
If
Did
they
they
did
just
though,
have
dude, I'm not a foot guy, but it is so hot to me when chicks have big ass goofy clown feet, especially like a tall ass skinny bitch with like literally, and I have to say goofy because it looks so goofy when they have
Mhm.
like
Big
big
ass
ass
feet?
feet. They look like Sora from Kingdom Hearts, and I'm just like
Oh, that's classic. Got me
sweating
sweating.
sack. But
Yeah.
dude, this is a question right up your fucking alley. Every time I fucking call you on the phone, you're like, I'm
Always
eating
eating
a
a sandwich.
sandwich. Yeah,
Yeah.
what's your go-to? And you know what, this
Um,
does depend on the place because I have certain places I have a go-to, but
it
you could have
depends.
any sandwich in the world from anywhere. What's one you could eat every day or sit on?
Okay, this is kind of a cop-out answer, but if you qualify this as a sandwich, like hands down, my favorite food is a hamburger. Like I just fucking
That is
love
not a
like
sandwich. That is not that does not count.
it is a sandwich, just
No, dude,
meat and bread.
they're in their own cat. Hamburgers are in
We're gonna
their
get
own category.
we're gonna get cut off, by the
I
way.
didn't even
Did you notice
realize.
that?
I did
Uh
not.
the
What's your favorite sandwich slur? All right, before we were rudely cut off by Zoom, I think we
yes,
were mid sandwich discourse. But
we
dude, a
were
hamburger is so clearly in
not a
its
sandwich.
own. It is a sandwich, but it's like
I love burgers. Like I have to stop myself from getting burgers like all the time because I would just eat them every day.
oh
Like
yeah. Dude, do you have this fucking fruity shit in Florida? I'm so sick of it. And
what
I've
is
only
it?
seen it in LA and New York. Oh, welcome to our fancy burger place, blah blah blah. And it's like
Oh,
the burgers aren't bad, but they're mediocre, but it's like $20 for a burger and
yeah.
then $50 for a side of fries. And it's like,
Yes.
dude, kill yourself.
Yes.
I hate you.
I know. I see I mean that's fucking ubiquitous now. Like everybody's trying to do the gourmet or just like the ooh burgers, but they're like really good. And but it's like you could get a burger anywhere. Honestly, like any just like standard burger joint. Like you guys have In-N-Out in California, which
In-N-Out's
is like
bomb, dude.
it's perfectly good. I know people get people clown on it because it is kind of overpriced, but I love Five Guys. Even
Five Guys is
though
great, bro.
it's great. People
All you can eat peanuts, like
yeah. Did you ever I'm sure you saw the picture that was trending that somebody was like they took a picture of their receipt and they were like this is how much it costs to eat for one person at Five Guys. And it like the bill comes out to like $50, but you actually look at the items and it's like two double cheeseburgers, like a large fries, like a milkshake. Like it's like so much food. And people were like, yeah, Five Guys is expensive, but what did you really eat all of that? Like it's like
yeah, yeah.
so much shit. But I love a burger joint that you can like have it your way. Like just like I can
Little
put all this shit.
customization.
Yeah, I love that shit.
Well, dude, that was the cool thing. I've never eaten here, but when they built one in Saudi, everyone was losing their mind. But my parents
mhm.
never let me eat there. But isn't that the whole thing with Fuddruckers? Like you get to build your own
I've never been to
burger.
Fuddruckers. I don't know about that. I probably that would be cool, but I don't know. I've never been to a Fuddruckers. Do you have? I think this is a South Florida thing. You ever been to a Flanagan's? Do you know what that is?
Is
I
that
was
a
con
STD? What is that?
no, it's yeah, it's definitely a Florida thing because everybody that I know in South Florida, basically, it's this it's a chain, but they're just around here, and it's like an American style food, but the food is really good, and the portions are fucking massive. And when you get a drink there, they give you like this big green plastic reusable cup with
Oh
like the
hell yeah!
face of the guy on it, and so everybody in Florida has in their house this green plastic cup because everyone has been there at least one time.
He's technically
But
the king of Florida.
he kind of is. He's like a
Yeah.
big fat sailor looking guy. Like
Oh
his
hell
face is
yeah!
on the cup. Yeah. It's a great place and they have a very good fucking burger also. That place
Well, dude,
rules.
listen, my every time my parents, now that we're interacting, they're like,
Uh-huh.
"You need to go visit Harris. You need to go visit Harris." And I'm like, I'm not. What do you want me to do? But if
Dude.
they're offering to front my plane bills. So
That would be fucking
you may
great,
see me
dude.
soon, and you can take me to the
To
sky, to
Flanagan's,
this
yeah.
Flanagan's.
You, I mean, you like the beach, right? Are you like a, do you like going to the beach or not really?
I love beaches. I like thick beaches. I like hung beach. No, no.
Uh-huh.
Beaches are okay, bro. I grew up. A lot of people don't like when I tell them this, they shit their pants. But I lived on the beach in Saudi. You know, people assume it's
That
like
is
I was having
crazy.
sex with a camel in like a turban or something. But it's like, dude, there's beaches in Saudi. So like the beach is almost lost on me because like I think when you grow up with something, you're kind of just like,
Get
eh.
used to it. Yeah, I get
And
it.
like when I lived in Santa Monica, we were 5 minutes from the beach. Me and Daff maybe went a total of twice because
Hmm.
like we're kind of nerds, so like it's fun. We like to go and read sometimes, but sometimes it's like, yeah, I like reading on the beach, but do I really want to have to spend 6 hours removing every grain of sand from my asshole just so I can read a little bit? Like the payoff here is not worth it sometimes, but
Yeah.
I'll like beaches when we go.
Yeah, it's fun. Well, that's the one that is closest to me is the one that's like on the beach, is like a Flanagan's. But
Yeah.
me and my girl have been going to the beach kind of like pretty frequently recently, just because it's like
You're
now.
looking very swarthy.
Thanks. Summer vacation's kind of over, so that it's not as crowded there, and it's fun. It's literally that I'll just bring my book and we'll just be like chilling there. But
Yeah.
it is fucking, it's hot as hell right now. That's the only problem. Which, by the way, speaking of books, I'm like halfway through, or a little over halfway through American
American
Psycho.
Psycho.
Yeah,
Brother, it's such a good book, bro.
it's good. I just went through a passage of it that was
Brutal.
extremely gnarly, extremely brutal. It was yeah, and it's not a scene that's in the movie. He kills this gay guy with his small dog,
Mhm.
which it, and in very graphic detail, which like the movie of course is extremely violent and fucked up, but the book is like a whole different story. Like the
Yeah, I
way that they
remember
describe it is,
literally the scene you're talking about because there's a part where the dog starts like licking at its exposed intestines.
it's disgusting. It's
Yeah,
literally that. Yeah, he like
yeah.
disembowels it, but it doesn't die. It was horrifying. And then immediately after that scene, he has this like brutal murder thing, and immediately after is the scene which is in the movie when he hires the two hookers to come. He picks up
Yes.
one off the street, and then he calls in like an actual like fancy escort and has sex with both of them. And in the book, it is like it goes into the most graphic detail, but the way that he talks about it is very clinical.
Yeah.
But it's like everything he says, every single thing that they do. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
you're like that it what I like about the book, but what is also very like interesting is that it's really wordy. Like he talks in excruciating detail about certain things. Like there was another passage that I just read where he was just talking about Phil Collins and Genesis for
Dude,
like
there's
fucking
yeah.
eight
There's a
pages.
whole
Like,
chapter of that, and I think you probably got to this part where he's talking about his sound system, and it's like
yes, yeah.
your
And
brain almost goes numb. Like
yeah, you're literally like, what is this? But it is part of the like it is
I
part
just
of
punched my computer, dude. My man, I was like, oh,
it is part of like the psychosis, I guess. Oh
of
my God.
yuppies, yeah.
And the other, there's another scene that where he's actually having some like frantic panic attack and is like freaking out in the street and like foaming at the mouth. You know what I'm
Oh yeah,
talking
he finds
about?
a bone in the Dove bar he's eating.
Yes, I
Yes,
think,
like a human
yeah.
finger or something. Yeah, and he's
Dude,
like,
it's insane. But he's like walking around in the streets of New York and people are just ignoring him, but he's like screaming and shitting his pants and freaking out
dude,
and
that
like
was literally me when I saw the prices at Zabar's. When I was like $50 for a sandwich. Ah! Like, I totally
yeah,
understand why he was
it's
freaking out,
literally
bro.
that. Yeah. Great book though. I'm really enjoying it. I really am dead set on like I gotta just get through it because
It's
I'm really
so
bad
good,
about
bro. It's
finishing
so good.
books. Yeah, it
Oh,
is
it's
good.
so good. Uh,
Um,
but yeah, this all stemmed off from discourse on the
oh, about the
question. But
sandwich.
yeah, I thought
Uh,
you were gonna hit me with a really Jewish
okay.
answer when you were
No, no,
leading it
no.
up. I thought you were gonna be like, tuna fish is my
It,
favorite.
okay.
I love a good
Here's
tuna fish
Me
melt.
too. Me
Yeah.
too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I love a tuna melt. Oh, bro, if you come visit me, I got a place to bring you. My buddy put me on this spot. It's in
Just the
it.
one where the chicks make the sandwich with their penis.
I that would be. I wish that we should open up. like a hoot. What would you call that? It's like Hooters, but it's like
Scooters. No, I
it's
don't. I don't know what it would be called, dude.
uh taints.
Taints.
Yeah, but anyway, it's this place. It's a pizza spot, but the Italian food is garbage there. But
You told me about this.
the only good thing on the menu is they make this insane tuna melt, like a bomb ass fucking
Yeah.
tuna melt. And they make it because I think the place is like Greek owned, and they make it in a giant pita. And it's like, and they put this like spicy salsa in it or something. It's crazy town. Dude, it's so fucking good. If you like tuna melts, I'll bring you there. But
Yeah, I'm in.
my favorite sandwich is probably like an Italian. I would go Italian
I was
usually.
literally gonna say, bro, that's mine. There's nothing, especially when you're starving, a fat Italian sub.
Yeah.
I've had a few shitty ones. There's some
Uh,
people that cut corners, but like, dude, with like banana peppers or
so
something, like
good.
they're so. I guess it's actually not banana peppers. Are banana peppers the same thing as pepperoncinis?
They seem really similar to me. I
They
think
might
it
just
is
be
the
rings
same.
of it, but dude, that is like nothing beats that,
So
bro. It's
good. So
so
good.
fucking good.
Are you like a like do you go ham with toppings when you're ordering a sandwich for
It
yourself, or do you like to
depends.
keep it simple?
If I'm at Subway and I really want to fuck with the guy, it's like, oh, baby, let's go. But
Yeah.
usually I've found, especially working at restaurants, my boss would lose his mind when it's like, because you know how anytime someone wants to order, they're like, "Can I sub this for this?" And
Oh
I'm a
yeah,
little Chef Boyardee myself. I know what
yeah,
to do, and it's like, dude, the sandwich was designed to be as delicious as possible.
yeah.
You're ruining it by subbing
Yes,
things. So like sometimes I'll be like, I'll just get it how they make it. You know what
for
I mean?
sure.
And maybe I'll add like a tiny bit like well, the thing I usually add, if anything, is like if they offer like jalapenos,
Love it.
just because I'm like a big spice
Me
retard.
too.
But
Yeah, for
I try to
sure.
just have things how they're made sometimes.
That's the way to do it. Yeah, and if I go to a new restaurant, I almost always will order the thing that is like, you know how they'll sometimes on the menu they'll have something that's like, ooh, recommended or like fan
Yes.
favorite, or so I usually will just go with that thing because they if they work there and it's a restaurant that they actually take seriously, they're gonna know what they're talking about.
Yeah, because dude, I've worked at a restaurant. And it's like you literally eat that food 3 times a day.
Yeah.
I used to at Elon. I can't believe you never went to the Root, bro. That blows my mind because that's like the hot
I
spot
don't.
to eat at. But I would like,
Yeah.
especially if it was a hot sorority girl with like one bite out of her sandwich.
Uh-huh.
I was the guy who cleared the plates a lot of the time. So it's like, oh, daddy's eating that in the back. And I remember people, all my coworkers were like, dude, how do you can just eat other people's food? And then like a weekend after them watching me do it, everyone was eating the leftover food,
Oh
dude.
my
Everyone
God.
copies me, bro. I'm the trendsetter. I'm the garbage
Trendsetter.
man. They copied
Yeah.
my garbage disposal method.
That's hilarious, bro.
But dude, a lot of
Uh,
those chicks, you knew how it was. They were like anemic, cokehead, rail thin chicks who'd eat literally half a sandwich. So it's like, I'm not gonna throw away this sandwich. I will
dude,
fucking eat this.
the average Elon girl was like so alien to me. Like still, I just like, where are these women now? Like, well, now they're not sorority girls anymore. They're actually like, I mean,
Half of
I'm
them,
assuming.
90% of them are now real estate agents based on any time I check in with anyone.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's
Yeah.
fair. Yeah, it's like, yeah, like sorority girls in general are such a like. You ever see like a video that's trending on Twitter of like a sorority house doing some
Where
like
they're like,
synchronized dance or something?
welcome.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and
And
you're
you're
just
just
like,
like, your fight or
what?
flight response immediately kicks in, and you're
Literally,
like,
it's
I
like
need a gun. I
it's
need a gun.
really
Yeah.
weird. It's really weird. There's something very like dehumanizing about like I don't know. Shit, it's
Dude,
crazy to
same thing
me.
with, I think we already talked about this, but that was my same feeling with like the frat stuff. It's like,
Oh yeah,
it
it's
went
all the
from being a
same.
bunch of guys existing and having a good time to like, we have to like each other because we've tasted each other's colons. That is what binds
Yes,
us. And it's like, dude, you can be friends without putting your
doing any of
thumb
that
in your
shit.
friend's ass. I've never put my thumb in your asshole.
Not
I,
yet.
I like you, not yet, not yet. It may get there, but our friendship's great, and we've never had to. I now have I forced you to see my genitalia multiple times? Sure, but that's never one of the
That's
pledges. You know
fine.
what I mean?
That's
That's never
normal.
like one of the
It's just a
hazing
rite of
rituals.
passage. Yeah, no. I
Dude, I
mean,
remember not a sorority, a fraternity got in trouble at Elon, and they were coming to interview people,
mhm.
and I was like, what did they get in trouble for? And I guess one of their hazing rituals was they would bury you alive and give you a snorkel to breathe. And it's like, dude, is this a
What?
hazing ritual? Or are you guys trying to try out for fucking what are that
It,
stupid Joe Rogan Fear Factor? Like what the
literally.
fuck is that? Are you guys
What is
training for like
this?
American Ninja? What is the
Yeah.
point of this?
I mean, dude, I just there was a news like a month ago of like this some family that was grieving. The kid he did die. God bless him. The kid didn't even die, but he's like permanent a vegetable because he did some there was some hazing ritual where like all of the guys that were what do you call it when you're trying out for a frat? What's the
Pledges.
word? Pledges.
Yeah.
Or rushing? What's rushing?
Rushing is the sorority version.
Okay.
Yeah.
He was one of the pledges or one of like the freshmen in college, and all of the pledges had to like drink a bottle of liquor, like their own. Like everybody had their own bottle, and they had to finish the whole
They
thing.
call it Edward 40 hands or whatever.
Yeah,
When
no,
it's like
but
it's literally taped to your
right,
hand.
it's like that, but not a 40, like a bottle of
Liquor, yeah,
liquor,
yeah.
and like the
They were doing
kid.
the Rusty Cage method.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. And we were I mean we were all doing it that night. And then but this kid dude, I knew a fucking kid in who was my freshman year roommate that was trying out for like the hockey fraternity. Did I already tell this story?
Not that I know
Anyway,
of.
it was like I think it was a because it was a hockey specific fraternity, so it was not a big like pledge class. Like I want to say it was anywhere between like 8 and 12 dudes or something. They locked them all in a pitch black like closet with like 5 handles of liquor and said like you guys are not getting out of there until you finish all of the bottles, basically. And they did, and I guess because the guy came home and he was like I don't even know how he got home. Like he was like blackout drunk, like completely like stumbled through the hallway, got straight to the toilet, vomed for like 3 hours, and then passed out just like face down in the toilet. It's amazing he didn't die. But anyway, this kid in the news, permanent brain damage. He's in a wheelchair, can't speak, can't do
Did he
anything.
fall off something or was it just from drinking?
I think it was just from drinking, and I think it was like he was lying on a couch in the pledge house for like 6 hours, not moving, and they were like, "Ah, he's fine. Like they'll be all right." And now the family, rightfully so, is seeking damages for it. Like they're trying to sue the school or the fraternity, and that, but no, who's gonna get in trouble for it? Like I don't even know. It's like, but it's like,
It's
why?
whack,
Like
bro.
why does that shit happen? It's
Dude,
like,
am I crazy or was there a Jewish fraternity at Elon?
good
I
God.
swear there was a Jewish fraternity.
I was not made aware of it. Maybe they didn't sniff me out. Maybe actually
I would love
there
to
were not,
see their
dude, there were
hazing
just not.
rituals, bro.
I feel like I was one of like 4 Jews of that entire school.
I
I don't know how the
swear there was
fuck
a
they would
Jewish
do it.
fraternity, bro.
And maybe there was a black fraternity because I one of my freshman year roommates was rushing for the actually those guys were cool. Like I still actually keep in touch with one of those guys, kid Miles. Um, but there was the other than that, there was like a black fraternity, the hockey fraternity, and then they just had all these fucking like Pi Kappa, whatever the fuck. I don't
Dude,
even
we got to
know.
go back to Elon and investigate the Jewish fraternity because I feel like they would have
I could just look it up. Let's see here.
insane hazing rituals, bro. Like you have to eat a BLT
You have to eat.
or something, or like they give you a certain amount of money and they're like, you need to double this with stocks in 30 minutes or you're out.
Dude, I would probably have. Oh yeah, there is one.
I knew it, dude. I knew there
But
was.
I wonder how long it's been there because I don't remember it being there.
They're not DU, right?
It
No, that
says
was like,
Zeta Beta Tau. You know what? This does ring a bell. This does ring a
did
bell. I feel
they
like
try to
they maybe did
enlist you?
they think they did try to get me to join this, but I was like, that is not gonna happen.
No, no. Yeah.
No. Yeah, no, no, no. I mean, I didn't want to join a fraternity anyway, but
Me neither, dude. I literally never understood the appeal.
my brother was in a fraternity. He did one when he
Was he
was
an Elon?
no, no, he went to a school in Florida, but yeah, he was there and he still keeps in touch with some of those guys, but some of the stories that he tells me about those dudes were like
Insane.
insane. Yeah, insane people. Uh
Dude, how long were you at Emerson, because I remember I went there to check it out, and before I
Yeah.
decided I didn't want to go there, and it just seemed like the most soulless, insane place I've ever
Really?
been.
It wasn't, I mean, it's just that there's no campus. It was just like two buildings on a street corner, like in
Yeah.
the city. But I was only there for a year.
Oh, word.
Yeah, and then and but I still keep in touch with some of those people too. It was cool. I just was like very disillusioned with school. And uh I actually liked being in Boston because I met a lot of people that did not go to Emerson because
Yeah.
there's so many schools and they're all right on top of each other. You end up just like mixing and mingling with I had kids that lived in my building that went to Berkeley, so they were like really good musicians. There was like a couple girls that went to BU, like all kinds of
Do you
crazy
have any
stuff. But
douchebag Harvard people?
no, I did not know anybody who went to Harvard, nor would I seek those people out. I
Yeah.
think that Harvard people, because that's a different area. Then you live in Cambridge, which
Yes.
is
Yeah.
not Boston. Yeah, you're not really in the same area. So, but that area is gorgeous. Like Cambridge, Massachusetts,
Oh
it's like
yeah, dude. I went to
really pretty.
a swimming camp at Harvard for like
Oh,
4
really?
years. Yeah, but
It's
yeah,
an insane area.
pretty
Yeah,
wacky.
it is wacky. I remember walking through there one time. I had my, at the time, my girlfriend visit, my then girlfriend, and she wanted to go see the Harvard campus, and I had never seen it. So I was like, yeah, let's go make a day of it. And we went out there, and I was like, God damn, this is how y'all are living? This shit is nice. Like, it was really pretty
Dude, I
out
literally
there.
would have been like that fucking Simpsons clip where he's just like nerd,
Yeah, it
nerd,
was kind of
fucking
like
like
that.
screaming at everyone. Dude, so many. Did you know Sam Rozier at Elon?
Uh, yeah, the redheaded kid.
Well, now no head, no
Well, now
hair
he's
kid,
bald.
but yeah,
Yeah,
but
bald. Yeah.
that dude, he had the shittiest car, and anytime we hung out, it was like, dude, let's do this, and we'd literally just drive up to the nerdiest looking kids and be like, "Do you know where the library is?" And they'd be like, "Oh," and then nerd, nerd, and just speed off, dude, in his shit wagon while like pieces of it are falling off, and it was just like looking back, I'm like, dude,
That's
this is
that's
so fucking
hilarious,
goofy,
dude.
dude.
That's hilarious.
Dude, that shit's so fun to me. Like, not catcalling. Well, kind of catcalling, dude. I don't know if I mentioned this, but the best one, dude, is if you ever see like a hot chick, is you just roll down your window and go, "Yo, baby, you poop with that ass." That is the best fucking line, bro. It's so good.
Oh my God, man.
Women love it, bro. They're like,
Women
"I
love
do
it.
poop with this ass. You want to
Any,
see?"
any single young men eligible that are looking for a girlfriend listening to this podcast, it's a great piece of advice. Just
Yeah,
roll
listen,
down your window, hang out of it like a fucking sweaty dog.
orangutan, start yelling at women, and when the cops say, "Why are you doing this?" say, "Cold cuts." Cold
Yeah,
Cuts
say
told me
cold
to
cuts.
verbally assault women, and we'll take the blame. We'll cover all your legal fees.
Total
Okay?
blame. As long as you're
Harris
subscribed.
will.
If you
If
find
you
out that
subscribe,
if we
yes.
find out that you're not subscribed, you're on your own.
Yeah. Yeah, we don't know you. You're not part of the club if you're not
Good.
sub, dog. That's how it
Uh,
is, baby.
you know what's gonna happen if we have a big enough audience? Like, are we gonna start a Discord for cold cuts?
Ooh, tempting.
That'd be kind
Very
of fun, right?
tempting.
I've never been involved in a
It sucks. Yeah, I run one
like
for
a
my
like a big Discord.
Patreon, and it's always so like, cause I'm like, oh, I should hang out with these people. I'll like poke my head in and then just forget I said something. And then like I have
Yeah.
to like scroll through a bunch of shit, and I'm just like the anxiety it gives me trying to like keep up with everything. I'm just like,
The
"Ugh."
idea is it's just that it's like a giant group chat, right?
Yeah,
But like with a
yeah,
lot of people that are just coming and going.
yeah. And you
Yeah.
make like little like we have the Abby Shapiro meme giant breast meme section where you can post like memes and shit, and like, dude, I can't believe she blocked me on Twitter, bro. Did I tell you about that?
I know that she did, but I don't remember why it happened.
I just posted like a shirtless video where I was like, "Yo, baby, what's good, baby?" Like trying to hit on her, and then someone was like, "Dude, you're a fucking asshole." And I was like, "Why?" And they're like, "It's literally her anniversary today or something." And I was like, "Oh, what?" And then I clicked on her page and I was blocked, and I was just like, dude, she's one of those chicks where you look at her and then you see who she's married to, and you're just like, there is no God. There
Wait,
is no God. Dude, look up what her
married
husband looks
to
like. It literally is like so cringe, bro.
Shapiro.
It is so
Dude,
cringe.
if you type in Abby Shapiro into
Google.
like Google, The first thing that shows up is Abby Shapiro milkers. That's the first thing. How
Bro.
the That's crazy. Is
Dude,
it
if I
wait,
was Ben Shapiro, I would literally have had her assassinated because it's like, dude, your career will never be bigger than her breasts. Like you will always be living under the milk eclipse.
let me
Like
see.
it's over for him.
Um oh yeah, he's kind of just like a schmeeby dude, huh? Is he
Yeah,
Jewish?
I think so. I think so.
Yeah. Poor guy. I mean, I feel like he's probably gotta deal with so much shit, right?
Oh yeah.
Does he just get harassed online constantly? Dude, he's shorter than her.
Is he?
Yeah. Well, this actually, maybe she's wearing heels in this one, but he's not a tall gentleman. He is pretty small. Dude, he's
Woof.
dressed like such a goober in these pictures, man. Why are you dressed like this? Why are you wearing this fedora?
Oh, is there a fedora picture?
Dude, he's wearing a fedora in like 90% of these photos. This is not
Ugh.
good.
Ugh.
You
Yeah,
know, when
I
I
don't.
first saw him, I was like, you know what? He's fine. He's just like a regular looking dude, but it's the outfits. That's the problem. It's the
Yeah.
fucking outfits. It's not good.
Dude, there's no coming back. The fedora is like a piece of article of clothing where it's like you just can't wear it. You can't
No.
wear it, or it's like, oh, he's one of those guys. He's one
Yeah,
of those
even
fruity weirdos.
even if you're like a really old classy guy and you're wearing a fedora, even now I look at you and I'm just like, my lady.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
what? It's been completely like
The
its
only time
definition
I've
has
seen it
changed.
where I'm like, yo, that's fresh, is there was like a picture from a Trump rally where there's all these like gremlin looking ugly kids, and then there's like a literally like 600-pound kid wearing a suit and a fedora. And it's like, dude, this guy is like big boss. He literally looked like the head of mafia. And I was like, this is the one man
Dude,
who can wear a fedora, bro. Like, let this man wear his fedora.
wait, I am going to send you a picture. Hopefully I can find it. Uh, of these. Oh
Shapiro
no.
Milkers.
No. Wait, fedora. Fuck, I'm not gonna be able to find it.
Look for
But
it, dude. I'm
okay, I'm
I'm
gonna try to
so
find it.
mad you weren't on Twitter for the Abby Shapiro discourse where she posted. She had to do it on purpose, but it was like her laying down with like her feet,
Oh
and
God,
like her
man.
feet were like focal point almost like in the air, and it was just like
Mhm.
as soon as she posted it, it was like the fucking seagulls from Finding Nemo, except they were like feet, 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 feet.
That is just crazy classic. Dude, I'm not gonna be able to find this photo now. It's a shame
Describe
because
it to me. Use your
okay,
words.
it's basically just it looks like some convention and maybe even a convention of bronies or something, but it's like eight or nine guys that are all wearing fedoras, like standing in a line, and they're all holding the hat like that, like looking like really fucking epic. But they're also all wearing like cargo shorts and like a Hyrule shirt and like you know what I mean, like some shit like that.
Yeah.
And it's like a Legend of Zelda tee and like I just like looking at the photo, I remember sending it to my group chat a long time ago and just being like, tag yourself. And like it just ignited like so much conversation because everybody was like, oh my God, that dude with the orange fedora is fucking drip. Wait, oh my God, I'm looking at a crazy photo right now. Dude,
Fedora based.
yeah, these fedora dudes with like the katanas and the canes and shit is like I really want that to come back. Oh, we should wear these. Like, we should wear fedoras on a podcast
We could
as
do
like
that
we
for an
should.
episode.
I think like if we as something like that, like wore like a coat and a fedora and like I don't have any graphic t-shirts. I don't think I could probably find
I'll
something
send you
though.
some of mine. Dude, I've been wearing graphic tees since third grade. I was just too autistic, bro. I loved like Mario shirts, bro. I love Mario. Which
Yeah,
looking back, it's like, oh, I was the equivalent of like the Sonic kid
yeah,
who like
kind
had
of.
Sonic on everything. Like,
Yes. But all that shit it goes in cycles, right? It comes back or now it's like
There's
Sonic
gonna
is
be a
like
point in our
fucking
life
cool.
where it's like hot to wear like a
Yes.
Legend of Zelda tee cargo shorts and a fedora, and it's gonna be like
Yes.
runway material,
Yes.
like
I feel
fucking
like
banging.
we're like already kind of in that age now. Like I think people are starting to come back around. But that's what I'm saying is we could spearhead this campaign of like katana oh my God, dude, this one picture that I'm looking at is crazy right now. Yeah, I'm gonna save it. I wonder if I can I just link this to you?
Yeah, what do you send it on Twitter or in the Zoomy chat?
Okay, here, I'm sending it in the Zoomy chat
All
here.
right, let me see. I hate the Zoom chats so much.
I know my shit actually last time I tried chatting, it wasn't even gonna let me do it. Let's see. Okay.
Let me see this shit.
Jesus, look at the size of that
Oh,
link that I just
bro. Dude, I swear to God, this all happened because of. This was all birthed from, correct me if I'm wrong, but I swear this shit became popular because of that movie V for Vendetta. Because
Yeah,
that
that
guy
was a
was like
big
the
part of it.
fedora cane, like, ah, milady, I will
Yeah.
save you from the Empire. Like,
Yeah.
if they ever make V for Vendetta 2, that's 100% going to cause like a new wave of fucking
I
fedora
know.
men.
There's a comic shop near me that actively sells the like Guy Fawkes mask. Like you could still
Yeah.
buy like the Anon mask. Um,
Well, that inspired. I, s- d- I'm going to get the history wrong here, but I'm assuming that that's why the 4chan people wear them. Because
because of
that
Guy
became
Fawkes.
their
Because of
symbol.
yeah, because of
Yeah.
V for Vendetta. Because I think the whole thing is that he's there's they I think 4chan or like Anon see themselves as like vigilantes, right? Like
Yeah.
people like or like anti-heroes or something like that. Which is funny because like sometimes they do kind of low key, but do kind of do some badass shit low key. But also there's like it's like so cringy. Like the Guy Fawkes mask is like because then when you see them like meeting in real life, it's like a fucking 500-pound dude
Yeah,
in like
dude.
a
Yeah,
shirt.
literally, bro. It
Like,
reminds me of the like, there's like a FA board on 4chan for fashion.
uh-huh.
FA, people call it FA. And it's like, people post like insane fits, but then whenever they do a group
Meetups.
meetup,
Yeah.
some of them look fly as hell, but then it's like you look at them and there's like, I gotta find you the famous
I
picture,
know.
bro. There's this kid whose neck is literally like this long, and his outfit looks fly as hell, but it's like, dude, you could be dressed in all gold and you would still look so fucking stupid.
Dude, there was a period of time, I think it was over quarantine, because I got really into watching movies and I needed some more suggestions that I was on there's a movie one. I don't know if it's just like movie or film, maybe it's like TV film, something like that. But
Yeah, I'm on TV a lot. I like
I
that
think it's
board.
TV. But yeah, I was on there and like I know it's very Reddit, but I used to browse Mew a lot. That used to be
Oh, that
like
is
I used
just
to
so Reddit. That is,
yeah.
you can't come back for that,
I
bro.
used to I used to like find some new music on there, but I actually got really tired of browsing on there because the shit that they recommend you is so pretentious and fucking oh my God, this picture is fucking insane. Holy
Can
shit,
you
that kid's
spot,
neck cannot be real.
dude?
It cannot be real.
This one may be slightly edited because I don't know if you noticed. Can you point out who that is on the far right? He was not there. He was put into the picture.
Who is that on the
That's
far
Well,
right?
he actually did go on the FA board a lot, but that's Dylan Roof. The
Oh my God.
yeah, dude, yeah, yeah. But he's one
It
of those
is
types where it's like he was really into fashion, but it's like, dude, you look like you literally put a bowl on your head and
I
then cut
know.
around it. Like
Was
it's
he
like
really into
so cringe.
fashion? That's fucking
Oh yeah, he
crazy.
was, dude. But dude, all these kids look like
They
schmeeves,
all
bro.
look
Let
like
me send you
complete
one more.
schmeebs.
Dude, the guy in this one literally looks like the Yakub meme. You know who Yakub is? It's like this one sect in like, I forget what religion, but they believe he invented white people. He was like a black scientist
Oh
guy,
my God.
Yakub. Look at the kid in
I
the
have
middle. He
I have
literally looks like
seen
Yakub.
I have seen this picture. God, that kid's fucking forehead, man. Poor guy.
Dude, and I
He has
feel the
nothing to
worst
do with
for.
that.
I love the guy who showed up dressed in the Aryan fucking Hitler symbol
I
and then has the
know.
Hitler mustache. But dude, look how small That guy with the white sneaks and then the sweater on the right side.
Dude,
Like
that guy is so little. And then you've got fucking Naruto or whatever the fuck on the left
Naruto one,
here.
dude.
What the hell is going on? And
Oh, bro,
this kid with his back to the camera, I can't say it, but that is
the
too
pussy
funny.
cracker.
Yeah, you should put this picture if you can splice this in editing so people can
I'll
see
throw
this. This is
those
a
in there.
very good picture. I have seen this one before, but
The
that is
only guy who
classic.
looks fresh and I like his fit is the one who's like doing this.
Which one? Wait, let
In
me
the
look back
second
at it.
pic, he's got like he's wearing glasses.
Oh yeah, with his
And he's
oh
not even wearing anything crazy. He's just in like a Nike.
honestly, I'm not even gonna lie. The only fit that I would wear in this entire lineup is Yakub.
Yeah, dude. Yeah,
I'm not even playing around.
I could see you in that, but I could see you not wearing those baggy ass jeans, bro.
The bet I have a pair of jeans that look a lot like that, honestly, but that's
Dude, I'm
mad funny.
so glad the fashion counter has swung back because you know how it was like skinny jeans and now people are wearing boot cut.
Baggy shit, yeah.
Baby, I've been on my boot cut
I
grind because I
know.
have moose legs. I can't fucking wear the fucking skin
No,
tight shit. I put that on and it literally looks like I'm a sausage in sausage skin,
dude,
just like
everybody
walking
looks
around.
when I see skinny people, even skinny people wearing skinny jeans, I'm like, take those shits off, dude. Like you look
Yeah.
fucking stupid. Skinny jeans are not a good look.
Especially above the age of like 33. It's like, dude, you literally look like the meme of
You
like,
look
hello, fellow kids.
I know. Well, dude,
Yes.
it's really weird to watch. It's really weird to watch Jersey Shore. Has your girl put you on
No,
that? Does
no,
she
but you
watch that
you
at
were
all?
telling me about this, so it's good to get into.
I think Jersey Shore is a great reality TV show, but that wave of like fashion, I mean, they're still really niche. Like it's not like the average person was dressing like them, but like that show aired in like 2006, I think. So that was like before even like the skinny jeans hipster shit was like on anyone's radar. It was still the in like just them wearing skin tight Ed Hardy, their hair looks gelled and crazy. Like they just all look. It's a snapshot of that time
Era,
period.
yeah. I don't
Um,
know why Ed Hardy popped up. Even if I didn't know the stigma behind Ed Hardy. It's like, dude, you look like such a
I
douchebag.
know, but now it's come back around, and I think people are wearing it
Ironically,
ironically,
yes, yeah.
yeah, like as a fashion statement. Which is interesting. That always happens. Like it's
Yeah.
like everything that is like really lame comes back around because somebody like cool does it, and then it's like, oh,
I feel like that happened with Crocs, kind of.
yeah, for sure. I have a pair of Crocs. Well, Crocs are they're really fucking comfortable. Like
Yeah. Every
they
chef I've worked with ever wears Crocs.
yeah, they're insanely comfortable. I mean, I'm kind of glad that they're like sort of like streetwear now because they're really convenient. Yeah, I used to have it. There used to be a girl that would wear Crocs like every day to work because girls wear them too. Girls, guys, everybody's wearing fucking Crocs. It's this ugly ass shoe, but it's in style, baby. It's FA. Oh, but
FA.
what I was gonna say was that when I got tired of browsing Mew because everybody was like, "Oh, check out this cave noise ambient album. Like, this is Patrician, and you should really check this one out." And
You
used to
were a
just be
Mew
like,
you were a Mew member, I can tell by busting out
everything
the
was
patrician
Patrician, and
choice, yeah.
I did find some cool music on there, but it just became such a fucking slog of like, none of you really enjoy this shit. Like, just like fucking audioscapes of like bees buzzing and you know
Dude,
what I mean? Like, what is
literally,
this?
I hate that type of person where it's like, dude, I know you don't like this. I
I
know
you
you
know, I
literally
know
are
you
like
don't like this. Like,
listening to it and then smelling your own farts because you think you're like
so,
so above everyone. Like
it's terrible.
the only heavily pushed MU album that I'm thankful I got into, even though it's a
Uh-huh.
meme at this point, is that In an Airplane Over the Sea.
Oh, I
That
mean, yeah,
album
of
is banger
course.
mode, bro.
That's an insanely, but that's a meme on Mew because it's become like
Do you know
plebby.
we're about to get cut off, but do you
I
know that
know.
they got canceled? I like posted something about them, and my super lefty ex girlfriend was like, "Yo, fuck this guy," and I was like, "Why? Like, I thought you'd
What do you
like them.
do?
They're pretty left." Because in theory, part of the album is like if he could go back in time and save Anne Frank, and a lot of fucking fruit balls are like, "He's not even Jewish. It's not his right to save Anne Frank," and it's
What?
like, Dude, what the you're
That's so
retarded.
weird. Yeah, that's
Literally like borderline,
so
you have to
stupid.
have some form of mental
Seriously.
problem.
It's
Like,
a great fucking album. It's a great album. Oh,
dude,
but
can
what I
you
was gonna
imagine if like
say,
someone saved MLK from getting shot and they were like
they're like,
racist?
yeah, they're like white savior.
Yeah.
Um, what I was gonna say before we get cut off is that I started browsing the TV one because there's no pretension. Like they'll just be like,
Yeah.
"Oh, actually, Transformers was a really good movie."
Yeah.
Like that was, you know what
Yeah.
I mean?
Yeah.
And I used to be like, "That is so fucking cool that there's no sense of like, I'm better than you." It's just like, you guys should really rewatch Twilight because it's actually pretty like low key,
Yes,
you
dude.
know?
Yeah.
So,
TV always has those things where 5 years after the worst movie you've ever seen comes out, they're like, banger, 10 out of 10,
banger,
10 out of
banger.
10. But listen, boys, subscribe,
Subscribe,
subscribe, subscribe. We'll be
subscribe.
back. Also, we're going to be
Yes.
doing a lot of Harrison Zach episodes for a bit.